Sledgelords, we finally got a person of color on this podcast, and Danny came dressed appropriately.
Listen, look at this man, dog. This is
T Rell, I know you want to come on here and you want to change the way we do things. I'm just here to let you know.
This is Jerry Jones right here.
It's not going to happen.
So you came
For the
with suspenders. We were talking about suspenders and how stupid they are earlier, and you already had suspenders on deck.
Yeah. And that's why I like you less now, because you were trash talking part of my wardrobe.
You have a whole trunk full of just different props, different costumes.
I literally have a trunk full of props. Yes. I sincerely do.
As a true comedian.
Yeah.
So what is the thing? What's the thing with the props? Because you got him. He's so regular. You know what I'm saying? You make him look like he's fucking Fat Joe with the fits.
And I never get told when he's going to dress up. He comes in an Easter Bunny costume. No heads up. I'm just normal.
I think it frees you up.
Well, realistically, I'm not wearing anything weird anyway. It's not really my
I think
style.
you should try it. T Rell, what about you? Easter Bunny costume?
It's not happening.
Why not?
But why do you do it? Is the question.
Because
It spices things
if
up.
you throw on the costume, you get into a headspace in which you might not usually be. Like right now, I feel like lighting some fireworks and telling a Mexican to get out of my country. You know,
I'm starting to
That's
feel
this.
more and more black the longer we're on this podcast because I'm really not relating to whatever you got going on right now.
You want me to put a jacket on?
That last
it's
line,
cool.
man, Duno's not going to like that. We're going to have to jump you for that one.
Dude, no, I apologize. See, listen, I'm speaking ironically here. I'm just thinking of like what a guy who carries around a flag and wears these suspenders would be thinking and saying. He probably lives in Tennessee, and he probably would be thinking Mexicans should get out of the country.
Well,
I like the flag.
I always wonder why those people had those flags in the front of their houses. Is that like a race thing? Is
An
that
American
like
flag?
Yeah, like, hanging up.
We're American.
I mean,
Seems
but
reasonable
it's
to
kind of
me.
like symbolism, right? Some
Yeah,
type of
that
symbolism.
We're Americans.
Man,
You know,
fuck
It
outta
symbolizes the fact that we are Americans.
here. It symbolizes fucking.
No, I will admit though, I hate, like I had a friend one time who like his sister just became woke and decided that she couldn't fuck with him anymore because he had an American flag hanging in front of his house. And I as soon as I heard that, I was just like, oh hell no. We got to stand up for the American flag. We just can't let act like the American flag is just inherently racist.
Mm-hmm. I think
it is.
Is it? Why?
We built this country on slavery.
Yeah, but
You
how
guys
many
are racist.
But
as fuck.
how many black people have gotten fabulously wealthy in this country too, relative to other countries?
I mean, it's a lot.
I think we
mean,
could
but
probably-
still, though, I mean,
But okay,
I can name
less,
a couple.
Less, right?
it's less than white people, though.
it's pretty, dude. The top 10 billionaires list
doesn't mean
is
anything.
pretty stacked with black people. Just
No,
saying.
it's not.
Dude,
the top
oh,
10
oh,
billionaires
oh,
in America?
Okay, maybe not top 10, but what is it? I think Forbes just released a list of like the richest people in America.
Diddy and Jay-Z.
It's Diddy, Jay-Z, it's
they're, like,
Rihanna,
single-
it's Oprah.
They have like $1 billion or like
They're
$2
worth
billion.
You're
or
right.
something.
billion.
Right.
You're right.
It's not like there's
And
people who
assets.
have hundreds of billions.
Not very many though.
You need like $250 million to just get a yacht. And think about how many people have yachts.
Yachts are like $10 billion?
No, a quarter.
250
Oh, a quarter
million.
billion.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Dude, it's been a long night for me. But T Rell, I do think, I have been thinking about this though, that like driving down, Adam's amused by my lack of brain function.
That always gets me.
I've been driving down streets in LA, and I do think that when somebody has an American flag hanging in front of their house, I think that is not a subconscious, but a dog whistle. It's a secret, like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I'm not on board with the woke.
Yeah.
I believe in traditional American values.
It's
I think
definitely that.
that's what people are saying, especially in LA.
And traditional American values has to do with a race, being racist.
No, I think more like traditional marriage and like not crime. And
Don't
that kind of
take my
stuff.
guns.
Don't take my guns.
That's what the American flag means to me.
Free speech.
It's a wobbler too with me. I was like, is this person racist or is this person really like has
Proud
the
of being
true
an American.
values?
You got to admit
Like,
that America
different
has been pretty
values, I
good
don't
to you,
know.
right?
America has been
All things
pretty.
considered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr.
And I'm not saying
I
that
drive a
you're-
I
Tesla.
haven't taken advantage of everything America has to offer, but yeah, it has been pretty good to me.
I mean,
Look at
yeah.
T Rell's car versus my car. End of story, dude.
I don't really know what kind of you have
kind of
some
car you
shitty
got?
car.
I got a Mercury Sable, 2008. The trunk is full of props.
He has leather jeans.
You have leather jeans, and you have a Tesla X that cost 130 grand.
But you also have white privilege. I mean, that costs more than everything I have.
I do. Yeah, it's
Does he?
Damn.
I wouldn't give away my white privilege for the world.
He has
How
like
do you
the
use your
opposite
white
of white privilege though, because he said so many horrible things that now he's viewed as like the worst kind of white person. Myself as well, really.
Damn.
We kind of gave up our white privilege by not playing the game, don't you think?
Those are shitty things that you did in the past.
Did
Did you give them up?
See,
He did nothing.
Tell me what the most shitty thing is. I don't
You
know if we want to
Why do we
retrace
always
it.
have to go back to this?
Yeah, I don't think we need to go back. I think
never
it's,
been here, so where'd
Wait,
you
you
go
never
back?
got a chance to question him? I thought you've
He
done
has.
this before.
We
Oh.
have. We did it once on a No Jumper Tuesday show.
Do you know
Okay,
more
did.
now that you're
All
more
right.
upset by?
You've
Because I don't
done a
want to
shitty
stop you
thing.
if you're genuinely upset.
Huh?
If you really think that he has stuff to atone for, I don't want to stop that. But
Atonement's
mean,
always good.
I do feel like we've kind of.
I'm just saying he's done shitty things, and I just wondered when did you want to quit doing shitty things?
I don't think anything I did was unforgivably shitty.
Are you talking about pooping on the Martin Luther King mural?
Yes.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like that kind of stands alone for a lot of people.
Let me say that I think it's been twisted, and now the truth in many No Jumper fans' eyes is that I personally took a shit on the Martin Luther King Memorial.
Yeah.
It was a guy named Kahuna, who's Hawaiian as fuck. And again, it's kind of a toss-up who's been more
A wobbler.
abused. What's that?
A wobbler. Even.
Yeah, so why are you snitching on him, huh?
He did it on camera. He was very open about doing it. I do say in that clip that I think this has gone too far, and I feel kind of bad about this. But then again, I did chuckle at it lightly too. But I apologize. I don't think that was cool. I
Yeah.
admit that wasn't cool.
That wasn't cool.
But you filmed another man shitting on it.
Technically, my cameraman filmed another man shitting on it.
So I really feel like you're kind of on. You're good.
Is there anything to that, T Rell? I didn't film it and I didn't do it.
I mean, it did come out on your YouTube channel.
But it was on your channel.
I
so
did
you're
platform it.
responsible for it.
I platformed it. That's
and
true.
you know that he
definitely
recently drove a black man into homelessness.
That is on Kazumi, I think. I think that was on an Asian woman. So again, wobbler.
Because Croc, he's supposed to fuck you.
Me?
Yeah. Croc said he was going to fuck you at one point.
He said he was gonna have sex with me?
Yeah, like he
missed
hates
that.
you
I
now.
missed that too.
Oh, okay, but I don't think he's planning to rape him as revenge.
Although
I don't think it's-
every time he talks shit, he talk about raping somebody.
It shouldn't
so-
be off the table.
Yeah.
He has beef with
Shit.
Jason Ellis because he said he wanted to basically hunt him down in the parking lot and rape him after a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah.
Are you guys still friends? You and Croc?
He is coming back to us. He's apologized to me and he's apologized to my partner. He said he was going to
Okay.
murk my partner, Leo.
Yeah.
So he said some stuff. None of them involved rape, man-on-man rape,
Yet.
which is good.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, how did that whole thing go down with you and him? Like, how did that conversation, what was that like when you went in there with Kazumi and you just watched him actually have sex with Kazumi? Like, what was that conversation like? Croc was like, hey, come on, come look at me.
He was
Do the thing.
allegedly, he was like hard, and then you came in the room and he ceased to be hard, right?
Yeah, which is deeply insulting, actually.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, T Rell,
because you was like, yo, I seen that thing bigger than that.
you think I was talking shit on his penis size?
Yeah.
I think it was mostly the fans that were talking shit on the penis size once Kazumi's clip leaked.
Danny loves small penises.
I do. But King Croc doesn't have a small penis. I've seen his dick rock hard. The thing's pretty big. It just wasn't in full form that day.
Grab it,
I touched it.
squeeze.
It had a certain texture to it, Adam.
Just squeeze the homie's cock. Oh no, say it like you. Just squeeze the homie's cock.
See?
That's how he used it.
That's how we communicate on this program, T Rell.
Why didn't you jump in and get some hair from Kazumi?
Because I'm not an animal, T Rell. Okay? I was going to run over there with my cock out. This is Harvey Weinstein's
you having a hard
office.
time? Well, let me get my rocks off.
Why not?
suck it. Suck
She
it
does
in.
porn. She's going crazy. She's going for the DP.
I mean, that video would have been a hot commodity. Imagine what she could have sold that shit for if I would have hopped in there and gotten sucked.
Yeah, if you hopped in there, it went crazy,
That would have
bro.
been some wild shit, dude. That would have been, it would have been a black man, an Asian woman, and a white man. That's something.
I like it though because I don't know if you know about this, but Danny, we attempted to do an episode of Plug Talk where Danny came with his homie, his friend, who did not have the biggest penis in the world, let's just say, and he was wearing a wrestling singlet along with multiple medals that he had won wrestling, and he had taken Viagra and he was drinking. I forget what he was drinking, but he was drinking beer or something, and he proceeded to fuck a porn star that we know, but he basically got a little too nasty, tried to touch her butthole a few too many times. She was a little bit grossed out by the fact that he had something resembling a herpy on his lip. And the footage ended up getting scrapped, and we didn't actually get to put it out. So I'm now saying that, like, Danny Mullen seems to kind of maybe be the X factor when it comes to, you know, fun content, sex. That, like, as soon as you're there, it feels like maybe things just go for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah. I'm the Bermuda Triangle of porn shoots.
But probably without you, nobody
Planes
would be
coming.
fucking, period.
That's what we were talking
At least
about
on
this
camera.
last pod. We were talking about this. T Rell, I'm sure you've had similar thoughts. Is Danny Mullen boosting the economy by employing people, or is he exploiting people? My thing is, as long as I'm getting them laid, how can you say I'm not boosting the economy and making people happy?
You're doing both. It's a wobbler.
It's a wobbler.
Yeah.
He's trying to turn the wobbler thing into
what
like
the
a
wobbler
slogan.
thing? You know what that is?
A wobbler, from context, I'm picking up that it's something that's a little good, a little bad, it's a little
Okay.
iffy, a little bit of a gray area.
Okay, damn.
I
you're
watched
smart.
a,
Sometimes I gotta fucking explain it to people.
I don't watch sports TV, but the other day I saw Charlamagne and Andrew Schultz talking about Stephen A. Smith and the fact that Stephen A. Smith got into an argument on his podcast because he was pissed off that his co-host is always saying that things are interesting. Like, he'll be like, I think it's quite interesting that this and such and such football player did this. And Stephen A. Smith got upset because he's saying, nobody is tuning in to hear you say that things are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to say that it's good, that it's bad, that you like it, that you don't like it, and they want to hear why. But as soon as you start saying it's interesting, people start to tune out because they're like, well, what the fuck? What am I even watching this for? And I'm aware that one of my cliche things is that after somebody gives a long-winded answer on the podcast, I'll go, interesting, because I don't know what the fuck else to say.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I do kind of feel like wobbler might be like a Figueroa interesting. Because it doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of like a funny way of saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you got to pick a side, T.
Yeah,
Rell.
it is a funny way of things when you break it down like that. You know that, but that's conversation too.
It's better
Like
than
you-
interesting.
Yeah,
for
that
sure,
conversation you talking about like that. The guy he was talking about, like he took everything out of context. He didn't like that at all. You know, and they almost got into like a heated argument to where he started getting personal with him too, because he was criticizing him on camera,
Right.
which you do too a lot. You can't be criticizing me right there in the moment, but in some instances it works, because if you criticize me right there in a moment, like I might get upset, but for sure I'm not gonna do that shit again.
For sure, there's a lot of stuff that I agree it would be better to save it for off camera, but also like there's an extent to which, to me, podcasting is just kind of contentious conversation. So to me, it's like in that moment, if somebody's saying something that I consider kind of just like bad podcasting, as we've reiterated over and over, it's like there's part of me that wants to point it out in that moment, because I feel like the conversation about the conversation is, to me, like just as interesting and certainly like has more depth to it. It's not, you know, there's something to it. It's not just like, oh, us like agreeing on everything. But I also feel, because like there's been times where like I've thought about like telling Danny in the moment on here of like, oh, I don't think we should do this, but then I'm like, oh no, I'll just mention it after, and
Like those
then I
suspenders.
never mention it after.
No,
Like those suspenders and the fucking Easter Bunny outfit.
I'm pretty all right with that.
I think the
So
suspenders.
you love the
outfit.
Easter Bunny outfit.
I myself got my dick sucked by 4 girls while wearing an Easter Bunny costume one time in, I believe, 2018. So I have a thing for the Easter Bunny costume.
Yeah, Adam.
And it might have
Spence.
been the only time I ever busted a nut where I couldn't see what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I was just standing there in my Easter Bunny helmet, and it felt really good, but I couldn't see it.
How do you feel about, the porn thing? You never like wanted to enter there and go and plug talk with Adam?
Go on Plug Talk,
Yeah.
cross swords with my boy Adam22.
Why not?
Create some jizz for me.
You know, it's
Danny Mullen,
just
create some jizz
You
for
got
me.
the little chest hair going, Mr. Burns.
You know, like I would say this. Usually hot chicks like to go out to the club with at
Yeah.
least one fat girl to make themselves look better. Cock to cock, I would be Adam's cock's fat girl. Okay, it would be there to make his look big, and that wouldn't be good for me and my brand.
Wouldn't that be so great if me and you were just like a pussy getting duo right now? Fuck it, let's make it a trio. If we were like
Let's
just
do it.
buds and we went to the club and we were in all these different sections every night and we were just in there trying to meet chicks together. It's like so different because we already have like, like me and T Rell never had the conversation about like, oh, this girl, she's hot. Like we should go gangbang her together.
Do you got a certain type, like Latina, or you like white girls, or you know what I'm saying? Like where would you go after?
My type, I think, is I'm not too big into Latina girls. I don't know what it is.
It's the racism.
It's the American flag.
Fuck you.
I don't know why.
I
you talking
I know
about?
you see this as a symbol of me not wanting to fuck any girls other than whites.
This means not welcome.
I like black girls because oftentimes black girls are I associate them with curves, and I like them curves. White girls are okay. I'm going to have to say that the top of my fuck Mount Olympus is Asian girls.
It's an Asian girl.
I love the Asian girls.
If I could live another life, I might have an Asian wife.
And
write that down. That was a good bar.
And I'll tell you why. They play piano. They'll rub your feet. They're very obedient.
They're obedient is the #1 thing.
I feel like they don't eat enough. Like they seem like when I went to China, I was kind of astonished by how small their meals were, and I feel like that might cause some problems. I was like, yeah, I know you're making yourself like 1 egg and like some salad on the side for breakfast.
And that's being generous.
But I'm gonna need 6 slices of bacon and some sausage and 6 eggs.
The way they proportion their food though, but the way they prepare it and it's cooked so well and seasoned so well, you would just get over that. Because the first time I went to Nobu and they brought out the
That's not what they eat in Asia,
Bro,
though, for the
look,
record.
I asked for a
Have you been to
fucking taco.
Chinatown, dude? Have you ever seen those chicken feet hanging in the window?
That's what real Chinese food is. Yes.
That's why they're so skinny.
But small portions, if you're talking small portions, I asked for a taco and I thought I was getting a regular taco.
Oh, at Nobu?
Dude,
and they bring you the
T-Rell.
3 little tiny ass tacos?
Bro.
T Rell, that's where Kanye
would
West
fucking-
and
I know
David
exactly what
Spade
you're talking
eat,
about.
dude.
Yeah.
That's not where like a Chinese woman goes for dinner.
Yeah.
It's $1,500
And
for
because
a
when
meal
you're
there.
eating the chicken foot, you will be astonished by how little meat there is on there. It's just like the little palm, like the little pocket right here. And then the rest of it, it's like, this is not an efficient food. This is way dumber than any food I've ever eaten in America. Like this makes a fucking chicken breast or a drumstick seem like ingenious in comparison.
Oh, I got a theory.
While we're eating the chicken feet in China, who's eating the rest of the chicken? Rich people that apparently we're not allowed to socialize with.
I got a theory I want to run by T Rell. Like it's on the subject of chicken feet. I've noticed, especially in 2020, and I guess historically in Los Angeles, there's been tension between the Asian and the black communities.
Oh yeah.
And I've noticed because a lot of the guys who watch No Jumper, they accuse me of being weird. They say, I don't like Danny Mullen. He's a fucking weirdo. And I have strolled many times through Chinatown in San Francisco. And if there's one way to describe Chinatown, it's pretty fucking weird, dude. There's frog testicles and fish brains and chicken feet up for sale in the windows. Do black people look at those sorts of choices that Asian people make and be like, that's weird? And
I'm
is
not
that
gonna look at their food choices and call them weird. I mean,
Stop eating eyeballs.
I mean, a lot of people food choices, a lot of different cultures food choices is pretty weird to me. But I can't determine what type of person you are.
He would
by,
much rather talk shit about us not seasoning our chicken well enough or whatever.
Why not? I walked into a Hispanic grocery market and I seen fucking goat heads cut off and the whole fish.
Goat heads.
Like, bro, like whole head. When I was younger, it was whole heads in that motherfucker.
What the fuck are you gonna do with a goat head?
I don't know. It was heads in that bitch. Whole fish, eyeballs still there. It was crazy like when I was younger. So, but that was pretty weird. But
That's why we should be so lucky that we have Whole Foods and Erewhon and all these places that don't have smelly, weird, useless fucking meats on the shelves. Because I have a lot of memories like that of being young and living in bad neighborhoods and going to the grocery store, and there's just so much weird shit in there that I don't even want to be exposed to.
Yeah.
it was like when I was younger, it was weird shit. But no, I wouldn't call. I don't think the tension is between blacks and Asians. I think we're just fucking. I think a lot of black people are just fucking rude.
You're just talking about like the riots and like there's that conflict between like the people living in the neighborhoods and the people who run the fucking supermarkets and the bodegas in those areas, because also like hurry up and buy, the fucking classic Menace to Society situation where the dude gets fucking killed in there and shit. It's like, I don't know. I mean, all that has kind of like created this like stereotype. Also, a lot of rappers rapping about robbing the homes of Asian people and stuff. But in terms of like day-to-day shit, I don't feel like that's like a huge thing. The Hispanic versus black thing is more of like a consistent thing that you hear people talk about, even though that's kind of cooled off a lot, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. Like, the Asian thing is not like as deeply implemented as like the Hispanic thing. Like the Hispanic thing is kind of like, okay, because we're really next door neighbors.
But you almost
Like,
would never
I
ever
mean?
hear about a black gang beefing with an Asian gang besides like the the couple Asian gangs that we know of and stuff, but you don't hear about that very often. Whereas you hear about Mexicans and black people getting into
for
it.
sure. Cause it's not a lot of Asian gangs anyway. I mean, but when you go to jail though, we're the best of friends.
The Asians,
the blacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's like one Asian guy
blacks,
in jail
Samoans,
at any given time.
like,
Samoans.
Yeah, like, you know, that group is going with blacks, and then you have your Hispanics, and then you have your whites. But those Asians, we're clicking up.
T Rell, if you were in prison, would you fuck a he/she? For life. You're in there for life.
For life.
You are fucking crazy, dog.
See, this is why people don't like me. I'm weird.
If I was in prison for life,
he's not gonna be able to go to his hood day if he says yes.
First of all, I would try to get married and then fuck a lady of 600-pound life, one of those ladies or something.
So Heather's out the window. You're gonna get a fat white wife.
If just hypothetically thinking, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to get married to a lady outside.
I mean, Heather's probably gonna have to do something else.
You can
right?
fuck a guard.
Yeah, if you got game, you can probably fuck a chick guard.
Yeah, you can fuck a guard.
You gotta have
if you got
game,
money,
though,
you can
dude.
sell drugs. You could deal it. You can will it and deal it in there, man.
So if you get 40
I
years,
can pay for the pussy in there.
You're just gonna let Heather do her thing if you get 40 years.
If I get 40 years, she can do her thing.
Yeah,
there's no way for me to. Why would I hold a woman down and be there and try to be faithful to me? I'm never fucking getting out of jail. Just go ahead and live your life.
If she's
dog.
just nice to you on the phone, that's like the most you can ask for at that point, don't you think?
Yeah.
Would you fuck a he/she? You at least get some head. I know you would at least get some head.
I resent how you asked me a question and then you filled in your own answer before I had a chance to defend myself.
I just knew it. Fuck
it. People are gonna clip that. They're like, Danny Mullen fucks he/she's. No, I'm not into it. Right now, maybe the surgeries will improve, and maybe one summer night when I'm very, very drunk, I'll change my mind. We'll start with a hand job, work from there. But as of right now, I'm not looking to do it.
Can you be criticized for fucking a transgender that's all the way transformed into a woman and has a pussy?
You can and will be criticized for sure.
I mean, you can be criticized for fucking a girl who's a real girl and she's just a lazy eye.
You remember the Seinfeld man hands episode? She wasn't even trans. She just had big hands.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was enough for a whole episode to be based on it.
Yeah, I mean, we're ruthless.
I mean,
would you do it?
Listen, I feel I have met a lot of very attractive trans women. Like
Dick cut off though. Dick is gone.
In many cases, no. But I'm just saying I've met enough trans people at this point that I could say that I pretty much am aware of what the top 1% of looking like a chick is.
Yeah.
I've seen impressive things. But to me, it's a bridge too far. I don't really want to dabble in that pond.
Not ready yet.
That's crazy.
We'll get there.
And it just dawned on me that what I'm doing right now, I'm talking about trans women. It's just it
we have a
clicked to
history
me.
with this.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, cling! It came to me. So how do you feel, you feel me, about being involved in the most messiest, craziest, you know what I'm saying, time at No Jumper ever? You know
that is fair. It probably was the messiest, craziest thing that's ever happened here.
Ever.
At least between hosts and whatnot.
Well, I'll say this. First of all, I'm resentful that I haven't been cut in on the AdSense checks from all those videos that went viral.
Yeah.
I want a cut of that because really, you know, it was
because of you.
But and to answer that question seriously, I think it was just like an unfortunate situation. We were going to cut everything out. We tried to cut everything out. And my dumb, weird ass is over here on the mic like, sorry, how's fun? We need the views.
But I can't really blame you because the part that didn't get cut out was, compared to the rest of it, was like whatever. It was like, it's just bad luck that you ended up being the one thing that they forgot to cut out, right?
Yeah. I guess T Rell, to answer the question, I don't feel bad about it because we planned on cutting it out. And also, I was the most ignorant as far as who knew what at No Jumper. I thought that was already a known fact around the office because of how casually Gracie was talking about it. So I don't feel like I could have really done too much differently. I should have had more respectful tone toward House Phone when I was joking about it. That was a little uncool. But I haven't been beating myself up over it. And I'm just grateful to be aboard. And crazy times are
so
peaceful
you are
times.
sympathetic about the situation, basically.
As far as sympathetic to House Phone, yeah, dude. I mean, it's not cool for somebody who you hook up with and you assume in confidence to come onto a podcast and start telling everybody about it.
She really hasn't gotten her due as being the true villain in this story, don't you think?
I'd
like to swap myself out for her.
I think she's been villainized.
Well, because I keep asking trans people like how they feel about the situation, and they all seem to be pretty on board with the idea that you don't just go expose people or whatever. Whereas Gracie was very open about this after the fact, where she said in her YouTube video about it, she said that as soon as she saw me at the convention and she realized that she was going to be able to get on camera for me for a second, that she planned on exposing Phone from the beginning. That was the big plan. So kudos to her for pulling it off, I guess.
Dude, imagine how big a douches we would be if we exposed just a regular heterosex partner. Like, Brittany Stevens, fucking tap that shit. Tap that shit. Met her at Hyde nightclub. Like, I would never do that.
Yeah.
And it's even when it crosses a social. I understand Gracie doesn't see it as a taboo, but when it's a little bit taboo, you should be maybe courteous.
I will say
more
that
courteous.
the thing that in retrospect does seem kind of odd to me is that they did have a music video together and that they had like a bunch of photos together and shit. And that like she did say during it, like, he never told me not to say anything. Which in retrospect, I'm like, he probably should have told you not to say anything. I feel like I would probably have that conversation if I was going to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty much common sense that we not finna say anything if we've done anything. I mean, because that's just not in their character, right? I mean, it's not in their nature to go out and share the business, because you really don't hear about how many trans people fuck with this person or this person. Their business is just like really not out there. It's kind of like a secret society almost, because you do those. A lot of rappers have done it, a lot of sports players, but we kind of really don't know it. Yeah,
elephant in the room.
I mean, but you will have. Like you say, a Tiger, you'll say, oh yeah, he's done this with, but that person hasn't came out and said, yeah, I've done it and I fucked with him. Like, there's no person that has came out yet, and, and really solidified that shit.
But the crazy thing to me is that, and not to make him fucking part of this, because I like him and I got nothing against him, but I've had multiple different trans people sit on this fucking podcast and just blatantly like call him out, but not from themselves having done anything, but just saying, everybody knows that so-and-so, like, that these people hooked up with him or whatever. Not Housewife, Tiger we're now talking about.
Sure.
And I don't know. It's just like that's kind of weird when it's like such a badly kept secret that like other people are just talking about it who have nothing to even fucking do with it. I don't know.
What do you think about this? Guys like Tyga, T Rell, what is it about these people in particular that makes them attracted to transgender people? And do you think
they look like women?
But do you
the fuck? Some of them look better than actual women.
But do you think
there's some truth to that?
There's some truth.
Now, I mean, if you really dig around under the hood, you might not think it's so womanly, but
and also, I mean, it's not.
I mean, if you're getting fucking freaky enough, and you coming from the club, and that she looks like a fucking supermodel, and she whip out the thing. And you high enough, some people gonna actually do it. They like, fuck, I ain't gonna touch it, but at least bend over. I don't know what's going through niggas' minds, but that's just crazy.
Well, let me ask you this, because there seems to be a stereotype that it's more often than not black high status men.
Fuck out of here.
That are fucking
y'all don't read that fucking shit.
Is that the stereotype?
It seems
the
like
stereotype is your ass.
It might be, because my source on this one is Adam.
Well, Adam's just
like, rappers love trans girls. Rappers love trans girls.
No.
I hear that, though. So you think white guys are just as likely to go out fucking trans chicks as black
guys? Of
guys?
course. And the Asian guys, too.
Asian guys love trans girls.
Do they?
Thailand, dude. Yeah, Thailand.
I think it's going crazy in Thailand. It's a lot of transformation TikToks where they say they going to Thailand, and then 2 weeks into Thailand, and then a year into Thailand, then they turn into a whole girl.
Really?
That's crazy.
I remember
going to Thailand, boys.
I went to Thailand when I was 19, and
you fucked a trans.
I did not, but I had probably never seen a trans person before, or besides like I think there was like an old lady that was actually a dude who was like walking around downtown where I grew up and shit. But then all of a sudden I'm in Thailand. I'm 19 or 20, and I'm looking at like 6.5 foot tall fucking women and stuff with huge fake boobs, fake ass. This is back in the day. This is like 2003. And I'm seeing this technology right in front of my fucking eyes. And there was multiple times in which I might have been staring at somebody for like 10 seconds before I was just like, oh, wait. Women are not that tall. Like this is, I've been misled in some way.
Vaginas do not look like that.
Oh my God. I tell you one of the story of one of my friends. He was on fucking Santa Monica Boulevard and he got chased.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he got chased. He
didn't want to pay up.
He said it was the scariest thing in the world. He said he thought he was gay. He was a real buff guy. He was like, hey, come here, bro. And he was like, Nah, bro. And he was like, "Hey, come here, come here." And he said he started running. He started running after him. He was like, "Oh!" I was like, "That's the scariest shit ever." I don't want no shit like that.
No, because we had an office after the Melrose store. We had an office on Santa Monica Boulevard, and it was like I would stop by the 7-Eleven quite often as I was leaving there, and it was crawling with cross-dressers and prostitutes and fucking whatever. And I remember the night that I decided I was never going back to that 7-Eleven because I got hit with the, "Ooh, she looked good."
They said that to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even understand it.
You got hit on.
They were implying that I was something to fuck.
But they called you a she?
Yeah.
That's prison
That's
talk,
what they
dude.
do. That's what the fucking gays do, my friend. That's what they do if they want to dehumanize you, because
Oh
it
my
happened to
God.
me another fucking time too, where I hung out with this girl off Tinder and she was a stewardess, like she would be on the plane, whatever. And
I think that's sexist now to call them stewardesses.
whatever.
They're
An
flight
airline
attendants.
attendant, right? Yeah.
It's neutral.
She takes me to her house that she was staying at, and it turns out that it's basically like a flop house for people who are kind of like need a place to stay for X period of time while they're working as stewardesses or whatever. So in translation, she's the only girl staying in this house. It's like fucking 7 gay dudes just hanging out. And as soon as I walk in, I hear like, "Well, isn't she a tall drink of water?" or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
You
That
ever-
has to be the most uncomfortable situation.
But it was weird
on
because
the planet
I
Earth.
was able to act as if I didn't understand because, he used the she. I just like registered in my head, but I didn't say anything about it because I didn't want to seem like weirdly aggressive in front of this girl who I was trying to fuck.
Yeah.
Spoiler, I did not fuck, but
Well, I'm fucking handicapped, so if shit like that happened to me, I'm gonna be really scared.
or perhaps a judo trip.
Yeah,
It's proven. Check the Shorts channel for no jumper.
Bro. Like, fuck it. What if somebody tackle me and hold me down, bro?
You got to learn some jujitsu, bro.
You gotta get some mace like
With
Charleston
one
White.
arm?
Yeah, dude. There's one of the Machado brothers. One of the Machado brothers has one hand. And he's
One
a badass.
hand.
One badass. He's a badass.
Let's do it.
You know what, T Rell, I want to ask you this. Have you ever been to, because you said the most uncomfortable situation a man can be in is walking into a stewardess flop house and getting hit on by dudes. Have you ever been to a gay club?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, being in the gay club bathroom, that's the most uncomfortable situation for a straight man to be in.
Really? What are they doing in
That
there?
is that I've never even heard nobody say that, but you to bring that up is like really crazy.
What are they doing?
Okay.
What the fuck are you doing in a gay bar?
Think about the vibes.
The vibes is
the vibes.
The
the
vibes
vibes
must be
is way off.
insane.
The vibes, the vibes can be best described as sexual assault.
Yeah.
Okay, in one P. Granted, it was a long P because I've been slamming cores all night. I got my ass grabbed twice,
serious?
and one guy made a grab for my cock.
What?
Couldn't quite get it, but he was stretching out that arm. Dude, it was, and I thought it was hilarious because here's what happened, T Rell. Let me
You
explain
were
this.
hyped to get your penis pinched?
Let me just explain this to T Rell because I'm afraid T Rell's going to go back to some of the other shows and report like that Danny's just a complete weirdo. But I was there.
Seems likely.
It seems likely. But I was there, T Rell, because my friends and I figured out that the best place to pick up chicks as a straight guy are the gay bars. The best place. The girls who are there, they have their guards completely down. Nobody is hitting on them. But they've been dancing for a couple of hours and they're drunk. And so if you do hit on them and you are straight, they're going to be very receptive. There's simply no competition. So we found that out and we would go there and we would hook up with girls. And because we were doing that and because that's abusing the purpose of a gay club, which is for dudes to suck cock, not dudes to get pussy, I was okay with letting the gay people grab my ass. It was a concession.
If one of them had slammed you against the wall, yanked your shorts down, and sort of lubed your asshole up with their spit and just jammed their hard cock in you, would that have been a worthy concession?
I feel like for every 3 girls I pull out of the gay club, 1 gentleman has the right to do that to me. I can get raped once, provided I get 3 pussies.
It's not really rape at that point once you've conceded to allowing some of them through.
What the fuck am I on right now?
It's kind of stuff we talk about on there.
Oh my God.
I think I gotta get a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What have I been set up? And Mikey is sitting over here on the side over
He's
here
used to
just
it.
laughing. He like, these dudes is crazy.
I think we're gonna put this out on a Saturday
look.
too. So shout out to everybody who ends up having a gay ass Saturday after listening to this.
Yeah.
So you
sucking
get,
cock
so you'll
Saturday.
let a dude fuck you at least one time if you get to fuck 3 girls out of gay club.
You know, I'm joking, T Rell.
No, he's not.
In reality, If a guy tried to lube up my booty with his spit, as Adam put it, it's always very descriptive, whatever Adam. Like, because the thing is, like, Adam, he knows I'm not gay, but Adam knows that if he describes something in enough detail happening to me that's gay, then in the audience's head, it's sort of real, and I become like 50% gay.
Well,
I resent that.
I would love to tell you about Zay Hilfiger, aka Juju on that beat kid. So I interviewed this dude the other day, and he came out in, I think 2015, 2016, around that era with this song, and it's like a dance anthem. You're familiar, I'm sure. It's just sort of like fun. Hey, shake that booty. I forget how it goes. Juju on the beat. It's basically like a song that's just commanding people to dance in a variety of different ways, right? So that song comes out, it does 50 million views or something, ends up being this big hit. He gets signed or whatever, and then soon after that, the career kind of starts to slow down and everything. So he does, I think, probably around pandemic time, he decides to do something that a lot of people decided to do around that time. He decides to start an OnlyFans.
Uh-oh.
But
where's this going?
The thing
T Rell,
is,
I'm with you, dude.
On his OnlyFans, he's doing a lot of extra shit. I'm pretty sure I saw him shoving a McDonald's hamburger wrapper up his asshole. He's fucking...
Did he really do that?
I think it was something. There was some sort of paper going in his ass. I forget. Maybe it was a flower. I forget. But it was like he's got glass dildos. He's fucking letting girls... I can't even remember like everything because he was trying to correct the record about some of the stuff he was doing. But I interviewed him the other day, and his basic explanation is like, hey, I got into the OnlyFans thing, and... realistically, if you're a dude on OnlyFans, like 80% of your followers are going to be dudes, gay dudes. And so you got to play the game. You got to start doing the shit that they want to do. So, but he admitted, like one of the captions on one of his tweets was, so what? I'm a straight guy who loves to suck cock. And I was like, well, that doesn't really sound like you're just doing it just because people are asking you to do it in the DMs. It kind of seems like that's something that you actively want to do.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you just opened up a whole new way for single guys, single straight guys that haven't been thinking about that, to go to a gay club to pick up women. Everybody that's going to be looking at this right now is some people are going to be like,
I've kind of like accidentally done it because they're, the Abbey in West Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went there one night with
Did
my
I say,
girl.
oh, yeah, too quickly there? Oh, fuck yeah, I know the Abbey.
No, because I used to order chicken sandwiches off their fucking Postmates thing all the time. And then finally, my girl tells me one night, like, we're going to the Abbey. I'm like, oh, we're going. And we were meeting up with this fucking hot-ass red-haired porn star girl to hook up with her, because at that time we weren't doing it on camera, we were just doing it whatever, and we ended up meeting two other hot ass chicks while we were there, and we went back to some fucking hotel room with me, my girl, these three hot chicks, and then some older woman who was in the porn industry who was just kind of hanging out doing coke and shit. So it was kind of weird. I was like banging like four girls in front of three girls in front of my girl and this sort of older lesbian woman.
Was your girl participating?
I think at the time she was mostly doing the coke.
And you picked them up from a gay bar?
Yeah, because they were just hanging out at the bar, and then like I'm the only source of like heterosexual dick in the bar. It just it's such a bizarre situation. I'm with my girl, we're hanging out with another girl, and then we somehow meet two more girls who are down to fuck,
and then a granny.
She was just hanging out, but there's slut energy in the air at the gay bar.
There is, dude.
But you didn't go through the same situation he went through. He went to the men's bathroom and got groped.
I spent most of my night in there.
It is kind of crazy because I feel like I probably went to the bathroom multiple times throughout the night, and I definitely wasn't assaulted, or I would have remembered.
Maybe because I was going to hardcore Sacramento gay bars. The Abbey is borderline a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
So maybe they're a little cooler about it. The local gay watering hole in Sacramento, if you walk through the door, you're giving consent for whatever happens there. But no, Adam's right, dude. Dude, your batting average in a gay bar is going to be so fucking high.
But every gay bar is created so differently, though, because one time I was I was at the movies with this girl. We're on a little date, and then we say, let's go to a bar. She looks up the nearest bar. We hop in an Uber. We go to this bar. We don't realize as we're entering it that it's a gay bar. As soon as we get in there, I swear to God, I see 5 hairy-ass fat men in a conga line holding each other's hips, just dancing. You could feel it in the air, the vibe. Like, the tension is this. Well, there's no tension. It's just everybody wants to fuck each other.
Yeah.
And I walk in with this girl. I'm holding her hand so fucking tight.
Yeah.
Just, like, straight up, like, trying to stay glued to her. It was a different kind of gay bar. There was no fucking chicks in this bar. Like, I brought, like, like the first fucking girl of the whole night from what I could tell. And so in those sort of situations, you're probably not going to get laid. You're just going to get molested.
Yeah, you can't go. That's
pretty crazy.
for some people. That might be the reason to go to that kind of bar.
Would you guys ever swing?
I mean, you're talking to Adam 22.
I haven't done it though.
No, he hasn't
I know,
done it.
like technically, you haven't done it without a camera rolling.
No,
but you also just told a
gotta
story.
Have another man.
Oh, that's swinging.
Yeah, that's swing.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
So
sorry.
we got to trade off.
You want to do this?
Would you trade off with me?
Who's getting the better part of the deal? Because you have to balance it. Like, you know, if we were to agree that one of the girls was hotter, then it becomes a conversation of how much do you or I lower their value or increase their value? Because there was like one time where I talked about it a long time ago with my girl, because at a certain point we just kind of decided we didn't want to do this, right? But there was one dude who suggested it to me, and his girl was super fucking hot. And to be honest, he was not at all. So I was like,
she didn't want to do it.
I was just like thinking about it, and I mentioned it to her, and she's just like, if you think that you're going to get to fuck her and I'm going to have to fuck him, hell fucking no. So that made me realize, like, oh, this isn't going to be easy to come to like a conclusion on.
But
because
if you're a swinger,
if I want to fuck the girl, she's probably not going to want to fuck the dude.
But if you're a swinger, it's just not like, okay, you get to take my bitch off to the side and close the door, and I don't see what's going on.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is.
I think so. I mean, I think
why we just can't be in the same room and then we just switch
I think
off?
it would be, on average, it would be more common to do it in the same room. But definitely some swingers, it's like,
let me take your bitch.
We meet up at the bar and we all have drinks together and shit. And then at some point, I go back to my hotel room with your girl and you go back. I feel like some people are doing it like hardcore like that. And maybe all night.
That's crazy.
Maybe we
That's
meet up for
cheating.
brunch in the morning. I'm not saying I
Have a
want
nice eggs Benedict.
I've just kind of came to the realization at a certain point that like you're playing with fire. Like maybe you would like it, maybe it would be fun. Feels like, for me at least, there's like a way bigger chance that it would just get messy and bad.
So you think if your girl was to fuck another guy swinging, you think she'll be attracted and she'll start growing feeling for him?
I don't.
It's more likely that she would.
Let's
swinging
bring Danny over
than she-
for breakfast.
Oh, dude. Adam's got
shit.
nothing to
I
worry
wouldn't
about.
be
here.
that worried about him
doing
banging my girl, to
anything.
be honest.
That's insulting, and I see where you're going with this. I know exactly where he's going with this. But
Show me his porno
Danny's
on this
free?
show.
but
No, the real question though is, would you be able to do this with fucking Brian Pumper or Jason Love, and you kind of in your head, there's a big chance that this dude is laying way better pipe than you're capable of, right?
I think for
you
me-
watching that, that's how, like, if you
Nah,
could watch
man,
that
I'm
and you were
laying pipe
hyped on
down,
it,
man.
that means you were born to do that shit. If you could watch that shit and it pisses you off, you probably shouldn't be doing that,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, for me, T Rell, the single biggest issue I would have with a guy fucking my chick is his cock bigger than mine? Now, playing the odds, it probably will be.
Almost everyone.
It probably will be. Bossa Nova, Mike, T Rell, and you
Josh.
also said, like, are you worried that your chick is going to run off with this guy?
Yeah.
Well, the chances of that happening are certainly much higher than if you didn't swing. So I would say that, I mean, chances are, even if your chick is like just a nurse, it's possible she might fall for one of the doctors or one of the other ER nurses. But when, as Adam put it, she's in a hotel room with him, and then you're meeting up for brunch the next morning, you don't know what went on up there. They might have been looking into each other's eyes, and they might have climaxed simultaneously.
Telling each other they love each other and shit.
I love you. I love you too. I want to get away from him. I want to get away from her.
But then, like, okay, I'll give you another
It's like
like
a romance
I'll give you
novel.
another weird example of swinging of somebody I know. Like, this was back in the day. You know this porn star Stormy Daniels?
Yes, Trump's girl.
So she was like lit back in the day. She's like a huge star. We're talking about like 20 years ago. And I was friends with a dude who was her personal assistant. And so she was married, and she's got this personal assistant. They've never even flirted, whatever. And one night, her husband, this is what he told me at the time, and I actually interviewed her a while back. I should have asked her about this. I don't think I did, but her husband says to him as the personal assistant, like, hey, come to the hotel room tonight. I want you to fuck my girl. And the dude is just sitting in the corner eating a bowl of ice cream, watching as this little guy fucks his porn star wife right in front of him. And he said that when it was time for him to come, that he didn't want to come on her because he didn't know if the dude would get mad or not. So he came on the bedspread. Just pulled
He
out
should have
and
just went ham.
nutted on the blanket.
Yeah, I think if the guy says, hey, I need you to fuck my wife. Coming on her stomach isn't going to be too far.
That's kind of freaky,
Might as
though,
well.
man. That's like really wild.
See,
Hey, fuck my
T-Rell-
girl. Let me see that shit,
See,
man.
T Rell, from the way T Rell asked us about this, it seemed like you were sort of into swinging or curious about it. Am I off target there?
I'm curious of what other people are doing. I wouldn't do it personally.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Because like you said, you take my bitch off to the side, start gazing into her eyes,
Oh, it's fucked.
and fucking do some voodoo. Yeah. I'm fucked.
And see, that's the whole thing. Is like in my head, like me trying to like, if I was gonna do it, trying to like pick a guy who's like non-threatening or whatever. I think that the fact that that's where my brain goes probably like means that I'm not supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, because
But
the idea of cucking is you get off on a bull. That's what they call them. The bull coming in and plowing your chick with a dick that's like twice as big as yours.
yeah, just fucking.
I'm telling you about it, T Rell. I'm fucking telling you about how this cucking works.
Johnny Sins' wife, Kissa Sins, she told me that she got into the porn game because of him.
I listened to that. I listened to your interview.
Only
with her.
shooting with him, and then at a certain point, she decided she wanted to start fucking other guys, and it was a big mistake, and she really regrets it.
And she said she would come home with jizz in her hair and in her eyeballs, and she'd be washing it out. And Johnny would be like upset. I think Johnny, an account called Johnny Sins Actor with 27,000 followers, follows Sledgelords. So then, in the event that Mr. Sins is listening, I just want to say shout out.
He's been deleted about a million times. His Instagram is like very far away from what his actual name was originally. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's smart.
He's like the king of getting deleted.
Does your girlfriend parents fully accept you?
I think for me, my girlfriend's parents are maybe like they're divorced. They have their own little issues that I'm not going to get into too much. But for that reason, T Rell, I couldn't date a chick who's like a Jewish girl who lives in Bel Air in a $12 million mansion, and her dad's a real estate developer and her mom's a dentist. I feel like most parents wouldn't accept me. But hopefully soon enough, I'll be at a point in my life where I have enough money that they'll kind of have to be like, all right, we respect it.
When I think about my girl's family, I think I like took it for granted that they were all so nice to me in the beginning. And now when I think about it, it really stands out to me as like, what a bunch of very nice, open-minded people. Because realistically, they
You're an
found out
asshole.
about her doing porn around the same time that I started dating her, probably. So it would be very understandable if they kind of like blamed me in some way. And when I think about how nice they've been to me over the years, it does make me think like, oh,
They have been very kind.
yeah, very, very good
Because they
people.
supposed to be like very, very, very hardcore, shitty on your fucking head. Like,
See, that's racist.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like-
racist.
It's
T-Rell.
racist to be if these Armenian
oh,
people
you're
take
right.
issue with a white boy. Nah, but I mean,
You're right, though. Yeah, the Armenians are gnarly. You're fucking right.
Are you insecure because you don't have a lot of money? You feel me? Like you wouldn't date a girl from Beverly Hills and
You
her
got
dad's
some
a
money,
real
don't
estate
you?
agent?
Yeah.
Like you don't have enough money to date
Right.
like that type of girl, or like what's the insecurity there?
I guess I don't really keep up with the Joneses and that I don't spend any of my money. Like
this man is the opposite of that, for the record.
was that true?
He's full of shit.
He got nice cars,
That car's
fancy
nice.
clothes, diamonds, and pearls.
All this shit is free. I got on.
Yeah, I guess
Hair transplants.
I guess part of it. Do you have a hair transplant too, Rel?
I
We both do.
No, it's fucking smart.
Very different
It's-
styles.
It's very comforting to know that that option's there if something happens.
I
tomorrow.
tried to get the doctor to give me his hair, and they were going to give him my hair, but they said it would look weird.
And also cultural appropriation issues out the wazoo.
Yeah.
If you got that hair, maybe I could probably pass as a black
I probably
man.
would start voting for Trump if I had that.
But I guess, yeah, some part of me is insecure. T-Rell, probably more than one part of me. I'm sure I'm insecure about a lot of things. But in my head, I have it that until I own a home and drive a car that isn't a complete embarrassment, I'm unworthy of a certain amount of love. And that can be tough because in LA, the barrier to owning a home is so high that if you own a home in Los Angeles, I mean, you're fucking killing it, dude.
It can be tough.
It's tough.
Except Bossa Nova owns a home.
But he owns a home in Sacramento.
Okay, good
It's a
point.
condo, and it's next to the river. And his mom, I suspect, paid for 90%.
Oh, well, come on.
Damn, why you
How
breaking
dare you.
Bossa Nova down like that?
Was
The
that-
way he
is that
broke
rude?
it down, I was able to
Fuck.
understand how he was able to buy a home early in his life, and I was very impressed.
Bossa
Yes.
Nova, I take it all back. He said his mom put him in touch with the real estate agent, so I assumed it was
What does your girl do for a living?
she is well, she has an OnlyFans. And she works at a sushi
You fucking
restaurant.
lying.
No, I'm being serious.
For real?
Yeah.
And you pay all the bills, huh?
The rent isn't 50-50, but she pays a little bit.
Me and my girl 50-50 on everything.
50-50? You and your girl 50-50?
Everything. Well,
What is
besides I
that
buy her
thing,
gifts
though?
and shit, but in terms of like the bills and the mortgage and the car, whatever, everything. Yeah.
What is that thing about, the man is supposed to take care of everything and the woman is supposed to just sit there and just throw that ass in a circle?
Well, I will say this. If me and her were in very different financial situations, like I was saying this the other day, like when we, like say I had got to the point where I'm at and you still had a job where you made 60 grand a year. Why would I want you to be stressed the fuck out going to this job that's not really even making a fucking dent in terms of like our expenses and everything? I would want you to just stay home and be with the kids. It's only a tough choice because she makes enough money doing her job that her job gives her so much freedom and flexibility in terms of being a parent that it's kind of like why would I but me and her have kind of always been on like similar positions like money wise and everything. So it never, like when we got a house, it was like, yeah, we're gonna buy the house together. We're going to split the mortgage. Like, otherwise it would seem so unequal, you know? Like, yeah, I could have just, I probably couldn't have bought the house at the time I did, but if I had just bought the house and been like, yeah, you could stay here. I'm going to pay the whole mortgage myself and I own the house. And
I mean, because a lot of men say
Yeah.
if they don't pay the bills, the woman starts trying to take control or, try to take the lead and, trying to shun you when you say something to her, or they won't be as obedient to you. They won't cook you breakfast, bacon and eggs every morning. They'll say, fuck you because you don't pay everything. I mean, that's probably one of the, great points that they say you have to pay all the bills, and when you don't pay all the bills, the woman, looks the other way. And sometimes they say, if you don't pay all the bills, the woman cheats.
hey, but have you had times in your life with Heather where she was doing very, very well for herself and you weren't doing quite as well?
Yes.
Did you feel like it kind of
feel like
changed the dynamic to a certain extent?
I feel like an asshole.
Yeah, that's got to be a weird feeling to kind of
felt
weather.
like, fuck.
That's motivating,
I'm not
though.
doing shit with my life. My life is ending. I don't know what to do here. I don't know where what can I do? Like,
Did you feel like
she
that-
has all right to say, fuck me right now.
Did you feel like that up until like podcasting came around? Or were you making yourself useful enough with the business that you didn't feel like that before?
Well, I started making money, but I start like making a name for myself and start saying, get into the mode to where I felt like, I found my identity again, So then I did, when I got into the podcasting space, it did, make me feel like, okay, I have an identity. I recreated myself, and it's giving me some traction now, and I'm back to being T Rell, because at a certain point I felt like, damn, like, who the fuck am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a fucking sidekick for a fucking 6-7 years. I can't fucking believe that. Like, and all those years go on and you don't even notice until it's all gone. And now I'm a fucking nobody. I'm still successful in my own right because of the things that I created while I was with him.
But you're kind of behind the scenes with
But
the clothing
yeah, I was
side of
just
things,
behind
right?
the scenes, and I was just like T Rell, the guy that was always behind the scenes. But yeah, when I got here, and and I started talking on this fucking very mic right here, it changed
This
my
one?
life.
That shirt right there?
Yeah.
Mike, can we confirm that?
Got my name on it. It changed me. Like, I was under that light, and I started talking. I was like, this is it. This is over. Yeah, so it definitely, gave me my identity back.
There was
for
definitely
sure.
early on with No Jumper when it was struggling, 2018.
Yeah.
There was definitely time periods where I was like just barely holding it together money wise, and my girl was fucking killing it.
Damn. How did that? So that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about this. There is a girl like Lena who is just absolutely crushing it. In any other relationship, she would be the breadwinner by a huge margin, but you're crushing it too. What do you guys think is like the ideal type of partner? Because there's basically a pure sugar baby who she makes breakfast, as you said, she keeps the house up, and she is just there to raise the children. She doesn't work, you support her. Then there's like a mid-level thing, which Adam, you brought up. The girl's making 60 grand. She works a 9 to 5, has the weekends totally to herself, a very balanced lifestyle. And then there is the boss bitch. There's the Judge Judy. the Martha Stewart, who were just fucking crushing it. And I'm talking about like a younger, hotter version of whatever that would be. A 38-year-old girl who's a fucking
Rada
in a big company. What's that?
The Emily Ratatouille, whatever the fuck her name is.
There we go.
Okay,
The girl in the cooking mouse cartoon, Ratatouille.
Okay.
Which of those do you think is the most desirable?
Not
as a
the
man?
21-year-old. I'm gonna say that right now. That's some crazy shit.
When I say sugar baby, I'm not talking necessarily about a super young girl. Maybe even a girl who's just a housewife.
Right.
A housewife. Because each one of those things has their own problems and upsides, I guess.
I like the boss bitch.
You like that?
I like
me
the
too.
trophy bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you looking at her, it's just like, you know, oh, I got this bitch. I can't believe it. I shouldn't even be having.
You
want
to be an Offset.
Who am I?
You are an Offset.
Yeah, I am. I'm Offset all the way.
Offset is Cardi B's husband.
Yeah. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
like I'm him.
I'm like, ah.
Let me play the side. I like a bitch that I shouldn't even be talking to her. I'm in awe when I look at her get dressed.
See, I couldn't imagine myself having like a super whatever doing God knows what ass girlfriend. My question is more like, would I be able to have a girl who was just a mom and just a stay-at-home? Like what would that
Fuck
be
no.
like? I feel like they would just be stewing away in that house, slowly losing their mind. Like
Yeah.
I'm very glad that Lena has like her job and shit that she's excited about like that. Because if it was just the house and the kids, I feel like she would lose it.
And I feel like also
I
she
feel
would.
like I would lose it.
I feel like she would start to find problems in the relationship that weren't there because all there is time to think about the relationship.
Right.
What are you doing? Where are you at? When are you coming home?
Yeah.
How are you doing it?
To be fair, though, I've made it incredibly easy on her by like never going out or partying or doing anything really. So,
But do you think, still too, girls are kind of fucking crazy. Because if you're not going out, you're not doing nothing. Some girls were like, okay, do the bitches even want my man anymore? Is my man even fucking attractive? Like, did you know the bitches want the guy that, you know, all the girls want?
Yeah.
So then, you know, they'll find a problem there too.
a few months after we had Parker, there was a random episode that I did on here with the Blackout girls, and they were all drunk as fuck and like grabbing at me and stuff and just like being a little too on me. And my girl was kind of dealing with like the post-baby depression type thing.
Postpartum thing?
Yeah, even if she's not like fully depressed, there's a lot of fucking head games that are going on. And your sexual vibe after you have a baby like really usually goes to just about none for a period of time. So that was like kind of nice right there. Is like I hadn't really felt like she was attracted to me for a significant period of time, and then the fact that she got jealous about those girls being a little too on me.
The Blackout girls, dude.
They solved my relationship. No, but it was like that just like gave me this like important reminder in that moment.
What did she say when she seen that shit? What was her exact words like? What kind of attitude did she give you?
She's just pissed. She was just mad that I was fucking allowing myself to be sort of treated like that on camera. I forget.
What the fuck are you doing, Adam? What the fuck are you doing?
And you know, she was like, these ugly fat fucking bitches. That cunt. That
She wouldn't have
cunt
said
with
that,
the-
for the record.
So
She's very body positive.
what the fuck are you doing? And what are you doing? Like, what was your facial expression in these moments?
I was probably just like, well, at least I didn't drive home. I left my car at the office.
You were drinking too.
You said some dumb shit.
I got drunk as fuck. Yeah. No, I was pissed because I was like, in my head, it's like, I'm such a good guy. I didn't fuck one of them.
Yeah.
I came home. Like I didn't like I could have done God knows what. I could be out drinking, partying, doing whatever right now. Instead, I came home to you. So I feel like that in my drunk head, at least, that should absolve me of all blame here. Whereas to her, it's like I had FaceTimed her while I was with those girls, and especially one of the girls she didn't know, the one who ended up being the one who had the affair with Tristan Thompson or said she did or whatever,
God.
not Hayden and Rochelle, because my girl probably wouldn't have got really jealous of Hayden and Rochelle, but it was the fact that I fucking FaceTimed her and that other girl who she didn't even know like had her like arm on my leg or some shit, and that kind of set it off. Yeah.
T Rell.
You only fuck the bitches with me.
Yeah.
You ever do that shit?
Yeah.
Making me out here look crazy, Adam. You know when she says your name is you fuck.
No, but when you do porn with a girl with like a three-way and you nut too fast with the other girl,
Ooh,
that's bad.
it's sticky.
you
dude.
got to navigate that. Yeah.
It's
You got to be careful.
See, I don't know nothing about these things. You gotta, you gotta tell me what to look out for and what not to look out for, what to do and what
Well,
not to do.
I'll just give you this advice: is if you and Heather do ever have a threesome with a girl, just make sure you're really distributing your dick. Maybe not even evenly. Give Heather more of it. You have to act like less interested in the other girl, even though this defies all logic, because obviously this is your 5 millionth time fucking your girl, and this is your first time fucking this other girl. So it very much makes sense that you would be a little bit more intrigued by the other girl, but you have to act as if that is not the case at all.
Damn.
But what if
That's
you
incredible
fall asleep?
advice,
What
dude.
if the girl sleeps over, and then
Oh, we've never done that.
and then you
They
turn
slept
over
on the couch in the other room, actually.
Fuck her real
back in the
quick.
Yeah, you
day.
fucking her, and then your girl wakes up.
In the oh hell no! I might get beheaded if I'm just fucking the other girl in the. Oh man, but maybe if you're on the. But see, morning sex is so good. But morning sex in a threesome, never even tried it. And also, I have a kid now, so morning sex has ceased to exist for the past few years. Which
Your
is
baby
kinda,
sleeping with you?
no, but it's just like we wake up because of the kid, and then we go start dealing with the kid, hanging out with the kid. So that whole thing of like, oh, we're waking up, we're cuddling, we're gonna just fuck.
That's
real quick.
over.
No, that goes away real quick.
Damn, that's fucking
You
crazy.
got to go on vacation if you want to do that.
Dude, that was
You're not even fucking lying.
Oh yeah.
You might have just, I mean, a very small percentage of the listening audience is ever going to have a threesome with 2 girls.
Or a baby.
But if they're lucky, a baby. But the 1% of the audience who's going to have a threesome at some point, that's fucking great advice that you gave about giving more dick to your own chick.
But I always knew that even before I actually did it myself, because I remember reading Jenna Jameson's book, and she had this terrible horror story about her first threesome with this guy that she was dating, and how they hooked up with a girl together, and how the guy came super fast with the other girl and gave all his attention to her. So I remember reading that in the fucking Barnes & Noble when I was like 18. So I always had that in my head that I would have to try to abide by those rules.
And it worked.
Once it came down to it, yeah. I had many threesomes with girls I didn't give a fuck about before I ever had one, like in a relationship, though.
Yeah.
You're a cold, nasty motherfucker, man.
Jenna Jameson, make
Miami
love
fuck.
like a porn star.
Are you
Yeah.
are you gonna get married after you buy a home?
Yeah. I mean, certainly I'm not going to get married before I buy a home, because buying a home is sooner on the horizon. I mean, I imagine I'll buy a home in probably the next 2 years.
But it's infectious because, like, you know, people see me, T Rell, AD, we're all in relationships. We're all seem to be pretty settled down. Obviously, he's been with his girl way longer than me or AD. AD's only been with his girl for like 2 years or 3 years or something like that. But then you have somebody like Lush. He's single. He's still like, you know, hanging out with girls, whatever. And it's like, you can kind of feel it that in his head, it's like, it almost seems like he should settle down and like have a baby because like other dudes in the crew are doing it. I believe that there's a little bit of societal pressure.
It is. It'll calm you, because some people really actually don't know, you know. And then it's like almost like you don't want to be talked about. It's an insecurity there, like it's a stigma there. Oh, you have a girlfriend, like, oh, you're a bitch, like, you know what I'm saying, your girlfriend's controlling you, or this and that and the other, or you love Valentine's Day. So if you so if you're around like your guys, your homies, you know, and everybody's taking this shit serious, you know, it comes to like, oh, this shit is like, it's a good thing to do. It is infectious.
I was just watching Nori and Joe Budden, and Nori said that at one point he was on tour with LL Cool J, and so I'm thinking this was probably like late '90s or maybe early 2000s, and LL Cool J is bringing his wife with him on tour, and Nori says to him, "Why you bring your wife on tour?" And LL said, "I never get in trouble when my wife is with me."
I mean,
and that is like some real shit, because your girl is gonna move you away from any irrational decision making. If you want to fight a motherfucker in the club, your girl's gonna be the first person that's like, no, don't even think about it, yada yada. You know, your girl, not to mention getting caught cheating or whatever. Like if you have your girl, but once you start to prize that, because like also if a young dude who's listening to this, and if a 19-year-old rapper's listening to this, he's thinking, hell no, I'm not bringing my girl on tour. I want to fuck bitches on tour. But once you get a little older and you start to like value your safety and your, you know, control over your environment, it feels a lot different.
this depends on what type of artist I am. If I'm a Drake artist, I might leave my girl at home.
Yeah.
But isn't that the crazy thing about
I'm
Drake?
Future, you got to stay at the house. It just depends on what type of bitch is coming to
Drake
my show.
is the most admirable bachelor in the world, because he presumably has access to more vaginas than any other man on earth, and he has still refused to settle down and has barely even been in like public relationships since he's been famous.
Though? But why would you? You don't have to.
I mean, when Rihanna is an option, a lot of guys are going to say, okay, this is the end of my single life.
I mean, he was in a public relationship with Rihanna.
Yeah, she's probably like one of the main ones, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, slanging dick like he does, It's dangerous. It's dangerous post 2017 when
If
Me
I'm
Too
Drake,
happened.
I'm requesting a fucking STD test, and I want you to be quarantined for 2 weeks after you take it before you are able to come over to the Calabasas band.
See,
I don't know if he's being that careful, but
You worry about
You're a fucking
STDs.
porn star. Ain't nobody fucking doing that shit.
for me, yes.
See, I was talking about like the hot sauce incident. Like that was the one thing that he couldn't keep under wraps recently.
That's
Was
fucking
the Tabasco and the
crazy.
condom. That's what I
That
would
was
be worried.
cap, wasn't it?
If it's not capped, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because he denied it. I mean, I don't think anybody really ended up taking it all that serious. What was it? He put hot sauce on the condom? To
Yeah.
burn his
It's
penis
a
hole?
spermicidal. Everybody knows
It's hard
that.
for me to believe this.
Oh, I wanted to ask you guys because you don't have a kid right now. But that one guy who's a teacher, he's a transgender. he was cross dressing. He was a teacher.
The guy in Canada with the huge tits.
with the big ass, and then they
Yeah.
caught him like just out and about, like
Yeah.
regular, like. But as a as a father, as a parent, you're
Right.
seeing this kid, seeing your teacher like that. Everybody's going through this. It's just such a big ordeal. He's going through this. And just as a
He's
parent,
playing
like,
dress
how
up.
do you feel about that? Like,
He's playing dress up, and the fact that these kids are his chosen audience for him sort of indulging in this weird fetish is just like, it's deeply fucked up. And
It's
I feel like
sick.
almost every trans person who's legitimately trans would take issue with it and say that it's completely ridiculous. It makes them look stupid. It makes their whole movement just look absurd.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's blatantly a sick fuck, if you ask me. I thought it was a joke for a long time.
Dude, it would be like as a straight teacher, you go in there with spandex after having swallowed a rhino pill before class. Like it's the same shit. Like you're just accentuating body parts
Right.
that don't need to be accentuated in front of fourth graders.
And but that's
That's
different because it's still your
crazy.
dick. This is wearing giant prosthetic breasts.
It's
Yeah.
like he coming in there like Mrs. Doubtfire on 20, these big asses, and then you walk in the street as a regular man. It's sickening.
But see
But that's scary for our kids though to go to school in this
Yeah.
day and time.
Dude, it's
for
rough,
shit like
man.
that. That's rough.
and
It's
so
a
we're
lot of
checking
crazy
out
shit.
private preschools right now. And sometimes when you look at the literature about the school, you can read into it and realize that there's a bunch of funky shit going on. So one of the preschools, their avowed message is to raise anti-racist children, which, certainly, don't get me wrong, we don't want racist kids. But you know what that translates to is
Yes.
that from a very early age, your white child is going to be programmed to understand their inherent racism that they were apparently born with, which to me is a complete and total load of shit. And I don't want to be sending my kid anywhere where she's going to be treated differently because of the color of her skin. But there's a lot of fucking schools where this is their message. And the fact that this is being included in the pamphlets for a preschool is fucking insane.
And private school too.
Yeah.
It's a private school.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure that's an attraction to a lot
Yeah.
of the parents that are into this kind of shit.
I was just
that's
up
crazy.
I was just up in Portland, Oregon, and we walked by a Sylvan Learning Center, which is an after-school tutoring place. All the teachers in there, the tutors are masked up, like N95, hardcore COVID masks still, and there's a big Black Lives Matter fist on the wall, which again, like the message, like Black Lives Matter, like black equality is great. But the problem is if there's the big Black Lives Matter fist, there's probably also the Pride Progress flag somewhere in there. There's probably a teacher who's going to be teaching your 4-year-old about non-binary identity.
Yeah, like if our
and getting
kids,
their ear
if our
about
kids
that.
hang out, we're just gonna be cool about it, right? It's not
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm
like,
not
what are
gonna
we
like sit
talking
my
about?
kid down and be like, listen, T Rell's kids are a few shades darker than you. Doesn't give you an excuse to say
But
anything
no,
weird.
imagine the parents
I don't know.
that do that though.
I know,
it's
yeah.
sickening.
Yeah.
That is sickening.
Yeah.
Like, imagine the parents that do that. That's wild to me.
Dude, the worst
to even
is,
think about that type of shit.
the worst is the parents who, and they exist, parents who use their kids as props for their own like wokeness. For instance, there was a lady who just got up on the microphone at some city hall. She was transgendered, so a male to woman transgendered, and she mentioned in this speech that she had 2 transgendered children herself. What are the odds of the adoptive father to mother being transgendered and then both of these children being transgendered?
The odds are probably
0.
similar to like you getting struck by a comet throughout the rest of the day.
Comment.
I would say is probably
Today.
like how unlikely that is.
Not
Yeah.
even in my lifetime,
no,
just
like
today.
Yeah,
But no, how do
even
you-
right now in the duration of this podcast. Yeah.
How do you feel about the transition of teenagers doing that?
Listen, this is the thing I will say is that I think it's an incredibly important discussion. Maybe one of the most important discussions that we'd be having as a society is like, when should a kid transition? When should, like, how long should a parent or how should a school board be involved in this, et cetera? And the resistance from people, like there was the New York Times has just recently started covering the fact that this is a contentious issue in the medical field. And just recently there was an article, I think it was like nytletter.com or some shit, that basically was a whole bunch of different journalists, primarily who have worked at the New York Times, saying that they think it's terrible that the New York Times is even engaging in this conversation publicly, when there is, in fact, a ton of dispute and conversation about this happening within the medical community.
And most of it is surrounding kids. That's the most contentious issue. Is
That
at
is
what
sick.
point at what point can a teacher take it upon themselves to help your kid affirm their gender identity? So at what point can a teacher start using the name Sheila when your son's name is Sean without you knowing about it? And then when can they get the doctor involved and start giving you the puberty blockers? That's the most contentious issue. And I'm definitely on the side of wait until the kid's 18.
I don't know if I
Which
would
is
go
controversial.
that far.
Like, that's transphobic.
I don't
say
know
that.
why that's controversial.
Yeah.
Like, it's 18. Like,
Yeah.
What I will say is that if I had a kid who was clearly showing signs of gender dysphoria and that they didn't believe that they actually were their given gender or whatever, that I would want to be open-minded to it, and I don't want to like use 18 as like a hard out, because there is a lot of, if somebody is going to transition eventually, there is a lot that they could do early on to sort of like stop puberty, which I understand is like a very controversial idea, but I do feel like that if your kid is truly meant to be trans, that you're probably going to be able to fucking tell, right? Like if your kid is gay, you're going to know.
But how can you tell the difference between gay and trans? Those are very often conflated.
And I don't think it should be done on a whim at all, but I definitely would be open-minded about giving them puberty blockers at some point.
And you're a level-headed guy, but there are so many parents who, like I said, are using their kids as a prop for their wokeness.
Yeah.
They want nothing more than to parade a transgender child around Portland or Seattle to get themselves points.
I knew the
Those
world was
are who you
all
gotta worry
fucked up in about 2012 when my mom went to like one of her best, like a good friend of hers, her kids, her daughter was a lesbian and she has a girlfriend, and they had adopted a child together, or one of them got pregnant or whatever. And my mom goes to meet him and says, "Oh my God, is it a boy or a girl?" And she got scorned. This is 2012. This is over 10 years ago. She got scorned for even acknowledging that there is boyhood and girlhood.
At birth, the two lesbians
Kid is
wanted...
like 6 months old, and my mom
I
is
wonder
getting
they-
shunned for asking.
I
Oh my
wonder what
God.
percentage of like gay marriages and gay couples, when they do have kids together, I wonder if the percentages of the kids turning like gay.
Yeah.
I would be interested to know. Yeah.
So you're saying like...
Because it's kind of like a learned, it's almost like a learned behavior. I want to know if it is a learned behavior, because if the percentage is high, if you have a gay marriage and then that couple adopts, and then that kid or adopts or still get pregnant, however, or I wonder, what is the percentage of that kid actually turning gay?
Well, homosexuality, I've known enough gay kids growing up that definitely classic homosexuality is not a choice. And the reason I believe that is because all the gay friends I had growing up, they can tell me the names of all of their boy crushes in kindergarten. They still remember their first and last names, just like you and I, and me and you, Adam, we can remember the girls' names we had crushes on when we were in elementary
But I
school.
feel like there's a fair amount of people who believe that you could get molested or whatever, be privy to some sort of sexual trauma at a young age, and that could essentially write
to you
the
being
course
gay,
of what
yeah.
your sexuality is going to be going forward, and that's part of it too. When
I
you
think
say-
that is.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think
I
if
just
you-
wonder like what percentage of adult gay people would be able to fit into that bucket of like wouldn't have been gay otherwise, but had this experience and that sort of sent them on that journey. I don't know.
I feel like a lot more of them are born gay, but I agree that's if you get molested by like a male guardian when you're a young boy, your chances of repeating that offense are very high.
Offense.
Yeah.
Well, oh, okay. You mean molesting?
Molesting,
I'm
yes.
talking about like growing up to do consensual.
No,
adult-
yeah. I'm talking about if your gym coach like diddles you when you're in
Right,
fifth grade, the chances of that fifth grader doing gay stuff to underage kids goes way up. They used to talk about it on a Love Line all the time. You pass it on through the generations, which is why it's so fucked up to fuck with kids.
Dan, changing the subject.
you ever worry about just like random people in your life, like because you hear stories about crazy shit of like, oh, this kid was getting molested by this person in their life, and the parents didn't fucking have any clue for like 10, 12 years. It really makes you feel like, who the fuck can you trust?
Fucking crazy, dog.
Dude.
That's why for a long time I didn't like the fucking nannies. I didn't like the fucking private schools. I didn't like the fucking churches. I still don't let my kids like go spend a night on anybody's house.
Really?
And then, you know, my mom used to like coach me and teach me like, don't ever like sit in no uncle's lap. And this is like,
Damn, really?
oh God, like 5, 6 year old, like don't ever sit in nobody's lap. Let them do anything to you. So it's just like, so for a person,
Even when you're little,
adult,
she was telling you that.
fuck yeah.
What about sitting on Santa Claus's lap during Christmas?
Fuck Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
Ain't no,
Guys,
she told me I'm Santa Claus.
It's a weird line of work to get into, right?
That's a good line of work.
Yeah, she was a single mom, so Santa Claus was out.
Yeah, fuck
She
that
had
guy.
to, you know, she had to get that shit out real quick. But yeah, she taught me about that shit like so early on. But it's like, damn, do I teach my kids like this early on? Because I am protective, but it's like, do I teach them this like
you don't
this
even want
early
to
on
tell
or
them about
what?
the possibility of that, right? Because it's just so fucking dark and weird. But then at
Yeah,
the same
it's
time,
weird.
you want to encourage them to like, hey, if anything happens, you got to tell us. But you can't really do that without also explaining what kind of shit you're talking about, right?
My dad told me pretty young, and my dad's a judge, so he's seen plenty of cases of sexual abuse of minors. So I feel like he's got a pretty healthy, responsible attitude about how to prevent this. And he told me from when I was in 3rd or 4th grade, like, hey, if an adult man comes around and starts touching you inappropriately and says it's going to feel good or whatever, you need to come to me immediately. You need to not let him do it. This is something that could happen to you. So I think the healthy option is you do explain it to the kids.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, but it's win with me.
If I had a child, would you let me
when?
babysit your kids?
Fuck no. You don't even know who Offset is.
He didn't know who Blueface was the other day.
I'm like, I don't. That's crazy. Is you know what? We were just talking about who's the most famous person on the earth. Like, and we were like, Snoop Dogg's the most famous person on the earth, and they were talking, and Duno was like, and I told Duno, if Messi, the soccer player, walked past me right now because he named him as one of the people, I was like, bro, I wouldn't know who the fuck he was. I'm not even kidding you. I was like, and he was like, well, with Tigers, he's famous, and
Isn't it
this
The Rock?
rapper is famous, and I was like, bro, everybody doesn't know everybody around the world,
Dude,
dog. Like,
I say
you
Trump.
Justin Bieber.
I said that.
I said Trump, dude.
Trump.
Listen, the
Obama,
top 4 that Google is
fucking-
suggesting is Justin Bieber, The Rock, Will Smith, and Donald Trump.
Damn,
Bam.
The Rock.
I'm also
It's the most
seeing
famous.
like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. I don't think so.
I don't think Jeff
fuck
Neymar, Joe Biden. I think Trump's more famous than Joe Biden.
Way
to be
more
honest.
famous, dude. Yeah.
Is
Justin
Snoop not
Bieber.
on that list?
No, but I mean, I'm just kind of like browsing a bunch of lists here, but no, I'm not really seeing. Snoop
It proved
in the
my
combo.
point that certain rappers that we look up to and that, you know, that we can identify with, everybody doesn't know because you didn't know who the fuck Offset was, and that
He's one of the
upset-
Migos.
That
You know
will
the Migos.
upset a lot of people.
Who's he married to?
Cardi B.
Is he like, who was the guy who was married to Roseanne? Tom Arnold?
Sure, he's like him in some ways.
So he's just like a
He's a
deadbeat?
man. He's an American man married to a woman.
Yeah, like,
You,
no,
just-
it upset a lot of people. Though.
you keep referencing him as if he's just baggage to Cardi B.
no. He's
Well,
clowning.
but it is kind of crazy because
she's just more famous than him.
the Migos have been like a huge rap group since like 2011, and Cardi B since really almost around then was kind of this like not. She was popular. She's viral for like making skits. She's on like, you know, reality TV shows and shit. And then around 2017, 2018, she just skyrockets and becomes like easily one of the biggest rap stars in the world. And he's still him. He's still famous and shit. But, you know, it's just, it's probably fucking weird to go from like your girlfriend being this chick who's like clearly below you societally, and then to get to the point where she's just gigantic, you know? Must be odd.
I wonder if chicks have trouble staying faithful because women, it's such a priority of theirs to be with a high status husband. A guy who, and it's been proven in studies that the more money a woman makes, the more conscious she is about the status of her husband. Whereas you'd think that once she got a certain level of income, she'd be okay to marry the pool boy because she can take care of him. Not the case. They want more. So I wonder if when you get surpassed like that, if Cardi B is looking at a Drake or is looking at the guy who founded Snapchat. And
well, what did happen is that she seemed to be pretty okay with him cheating on her right up until around the point where she became gigantic, and that's when it started to really become an issue. And she like left him at one point, and he actually ended up going on stage at Rolling Loud's huge festival while she's performing and like having all these flowers brought out, and he like asked for her to forgive him like in front of the whole fucking crowd, which worked to his credit.
We need Kevin Samuels back here, but if you're if you're a wealthy woman, your options are low if you're thinking like that. Because if you're thinking like that and you want a wealthy man on your status, the percentages of wealthy men, even making $100,000 a year, are very, very low. See, men when they have the status and they make money, we don't care about a woman's status.
Yeah.
We'll take the bottom of the barrel and then we'll build her ass up.
Yeah. Bottom of the barrel in terms of money.
But in terms of money.
You want a smoking hot cocktail server even if she's broke. But she's got to be hot.
But don't you think that, like, I mean, number one, I would say Offset, he might not be Drake, but he's a top tier guy in the world that she's in. So I feel like that's probably a good. But also I feel like for a top tier woman in rap to date a top tier rapper is like incredibly difficult in some respects, and that's why I think you see somebody like Nicki Minaj going back and marrying the guy that she was in high school dating, you know.
But she definitely did Safari wrong.
Yeah, and she tried to go the high value route with Meek Mill, and we saw how complicated that got.
Yeah, that's pretty complicated. You probably have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah. Meek Mill.
That's kind of a funny name, right?
It's fucking hilarious. And
Safari. Over here
we haven't had to think about that name in like 10 years. So.
You don't know who Meek Mill is?
And I don't know who Safari is either. Okay,
is
Safari is his mascot a tiger? I don't know, dude.
Are you into sports?
Yeah, I'm into football.
You're into football. At least you're into
He's
fucking
into
football.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I watched the Super Bowl.
You didn't watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch it.
Oh, great.
I tried to understand what was going on.
There we go. I got some takes on the Super Bowl. That's the thing. I'm a
couple weeks late. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah, the Super Bowl. You want my take?
That's your take.
I don't have that good of a take in the Super Bowl. I got nothing. I streamed the game illegally.
Okay.
And that made the viewing experience very, very poor. The ads this year, a little less woke than they were last year, which I liked. There were a couple ads about Jesus, a couple ads about the country coming together, which was heartwarming to me. The national anthem was beautiful. The guy who came out there with the guitar. I thought the halftime show, after the spectacle of last year where we had Eminem and we had Snoop and 50 Cent was a fucking vampire hanging upside down, this felt like, have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Yes.
It felt like that episode of Breaking Bad where the two guys are just like standing there talking to each other the whole fucking episode. Where it's like that happens sometime in TV.
I kind of vaguely remember this. What were they talking about?
It's called The Fly.
Right.
That happens when a production runs out of money and they just need to push out an episode that costs essentially $0.
They should do a clips episode.
They should.
All the funny things that happened like earlier in the season.
They've done that with cartoons. Like The Simpsons used to do that.
Oh, the Saved by the Bell. Yeah. Everybody used to do that. That was super common.
I felt like the Rihanna halftime show was that. I felt like they'd run out of money. They'd shot their fucking wad last year. And so Rihanna was just going to basically float around on some platforms with the same dancers doing the same shit the whole show. Wasn't bad, though. I loved the game. I thought it was fantastic. I thought the holding call was technically a hold, but I thought they should not have called it. And I think that ref must be like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I ruined a classic Super Bowl by denying Jalen Hurts the opportunity to go down the field and try to win the game.
The thing about that, when refs do that, and they have those fucked up calls, we never see these refs again. We don't care about them. Their name is not brought up in the media. It's just lights out.
They can just get rid of the refs like that?
Like, bro, like that just tells me that there's bets going on all over this shit. You feel me? Like,
I was a Sacramento Kings fan when I was a kid, and they're most famously fucked over by the refs against the Lakers.
Oh yeah, we fucked y'all over. Sorry, I'm a Laker fan.
Aren't the refs like part of a commission that the NFL doesn't control? Because my only knowledge of this is like the UFC, where Dana White can like publicly disparage the refs and say this guy's a fucking idiot.
45-minute Mazzagatti,
but he's not really in the position to say this guy's not allowed to do this job anymore, you know?
I think what T Rell's saying, though, is like you can, dude, fucking for a certain amount of money, any ref will throw any flag. And all you got to do is catch one of those refs in a target a week before the game and be like, hey, here's
really
1.2 cash.
They're all crooked, though?
Not all, but they are. Most are, and they have documentaries on these. Even like if you YouTube Allen Iverson and referees,
right,
it's gonna be crazy. They're calling calls on him for anything.
Why was that? Why were they going after him?
He just was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? He didn't listen. And, once the committee goes against you, it's over with. So him, Rasheed Wallace, it was a bunch of guys that they went against like that. And it was blatant. It was obvious, but they still played the game. But, of course, I mean, Vegas has a lot to do with this shit. For real. If you really look into it, it's really, really, really blatant, the calls that they call and when they do it. And some shit is just like touchy feeling. Like they shouldn't have called that as a whole. They shouldn't have did that shit. But so what the fuck? We already know that's gonna be the cause of the game right there.
You're talking about when he dove and grabbed his ankle?
No.
He like held his waist just a little bit.
I shouldn't even try to understand.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
I mean, basically, dude, it felt like when you lock down the chick you've been trying to fuck for a year, perfect date, you bring her back to her place or your place, you guys are you're buzzed, she starts blowing you start fucking her, and then like your fucking dad walks into the house and pays you a surprise visit and you don't get to come. Like that's what it felt like. Because that happens to us a lot, right? Our dad walks in on us getting laid. But it felt like the biggest anticlimax.
My mom did one time.
There you go. Walked in on you?
It was my 16th birthday, and my girlfriend at the time had said that she was going to give me a blowjob with whipped cream for my birthday.
Nothing better than that, right?
My mom walked in on it.
Getting a blowjob. Did she close the door or did she look?
No, she stood right fucking there and said, "Yo, I'm gonna stop what you're doing." She was so mad.
That's what happened to the Super Bowl.
She didn't close the door. I was so mad. I started yelling at my mom, "Mom, get the fuck out of here!" My girl at the time was like, "No," I was like, "Shut the fuck up, Adam."
Let me break this down for you, Adam.
It sucked.
You getting blown with a mouthful of whipped cream, that was your Super Bowl, and your mom opening the door
She was the ref.
was the unnecessary holding call.
Right, okay.
Wow. And she could have just walked out and just let the play go.
It's my fucking birthday.
Would have been a classic, baby.
How long do you think this is going to take? Give me 10 minutes.
Not even.
But dude, that Super Bowl would have been a fucking classic if we got that. Because the ending is like, you need that. That's what makes a game immortal. Like the Seahawks-Patriots game. Like the fucking Russell interception on the goal line. But the Tom Brady comeback.
That fucking game is going to always haunt Russell because all he had to do is give it to Marshawn Lynch. He just ran it in. It would have been a no-brainer. He fucking threw it on the fucking goal line like a dumbass.
Yeah. And at least he got his ring first.
At least they all had fun.
Yeah, fuck it. My boy Adam don't know what the fuck going on.
No, but I want to be a sports guy, but dude, like the other day I went, you
can't be a sports guy because the sports guy identified with you like Stephen A. Smith. Those guys are who you identify with. You should study those guys.
And that is the reason why I'm interested in sports, is just because I see the sports ecosystem of people having conversations about it, and it makes me want to be a more well-rounded broadcaster and be able to have some degree of conversation about this shit. The thing is, by ignoring basketball, football, like I've cleared up so much space for me to know all kinds of other things. So it's like that's kind of the problem. Is I think if I were to start watching some large number of basketball and football games, bro, I'm gonna have to really stop doing a bunch of other things.
No, you don't even have to. You can watch the games, but they have podcasts too. Listen in and then go just look at their clips because we have clips too.
I think that would be a lot cooler than becoming like a sneaker guy just so I can go on some sneaker podcasts, which is to me that's
way cooler,
one of the gayer like plot twists that an entertainer can have.
The sneaker guy, that shit is out.
I've decided pretty much that I'm done with the whole sneaker thing. Like every time I've ever bought an expensive pair of shoes, it ends up making me not happy with the purchase.
But sneakers are just like a feeling it gives you just personally. You don't have to actually have to be a sneakerhead.
I know you love getting dressed.
Come on, dog.
I just don't really share in it so much.
Yes, you do.
I just gave away so much of my closet to the editing wing of this building.
And you didn't give me none?
Is that what Bossa Nova's wearing?
I don't feel like you would want. No, it's not Gucci. It's all. I feel like you wouldn't want my leftover clothes because every time I ever brought in a bunch of leftover clothes and like a bunch of the employees are going through it and AD was there, I noticed AD was like not going through it because I feel like that would be a little too beneath him, right?
I mean, and if it's Gucci, I'm touching it.
If it's Gucci, okay.
Yeah.
As far as sports, like I think the main reason that I watch sports is because the amount of times I've talked about football on a podcast is this is probably the first time in like 2 months,
So
and it's been the playoffs.
It's not valid conversation on your podcast?
No, it's not a valid conversation on
Because
there.
you have
either.
to both have it in common. It's like a fucking language.
Yes, and also the fan base needs to be invested in it, which I have no reason to believe that the fan base of this show or my podcast is. But what I like about sports is I love going back and I love watching an NFC championship game or an AFC championship game where Tom Brady's out there, Gronkowski's knocked out with a concussion, Julian Edelman just broke a rib. He's got a bunch of scrubs he's got to throw the ball to, but he's got 2 minutes left. He's at his own 5-yard line, and he's got to get the job done because all anybody's going to remember is if he won or lost,
And
regardless of
he
the
gets
injuries.
job fucking done.
That inspires me. Like, I wake up with a cold. It's 5 a.m. I got to catch a flight to the other side of the country to go shoot a vlog. I don't want to do it, but I remember watching Tom Brady go do what he did in Kansas City against the Chiefs in 2018, and it's inspiration.
And you need to know him.
Tom Brady.
7 Super Bowl
Well,
rings.
he's retired, so maybe I should start with active
45
players.
years old, 7 Super Bowl rings.
I
Right.
should start with active. You're just going to write off.
I mean,
You're just going to write off
somebody
Brady
should
because
know.
he's retired.
Listen,
I think they were trying to give him a deal for like $300 million to be
I'm
a
not going to
broadcaster.
have any good takes about this guy who's just doing commentary.
Yeah.
You know, like the other day after the Super Bowl, or the other day, I did cardio for an hour, and then I get in the car, and I make breakfast, and I fucking drove to the office. So that's like 2 hours of podcast listening. I put on Brilliant Idiots. I put on the Matt and Shane the Secret Podcast or whatever. I put on some other podcast. I'm listening to a bunch of different podcasts. Everybody's talking about the fucking Super Bowl. Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz talking about Kyrie Irving and what kind of person he is and, you know, what he brings to a franchise, all this shit. And I'm just like, God, it feels so shitty to be a fly on the wall, only able to listen, but I cannot speak the language because in order to speak the language, you have to consume many, many, many hours of this content and be familiar with these guys from early in their career. I'm never going to have a good take on sports unless I really submerge myself in this shit.
Fucking Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith called my boy a gangbanger.
Kyrie?
Ja Morant. Called Ja Morant a gangbanger. And did you know the story behind this?
I don't even know.
He gets into it. He gets into it on the court. He has a bunch of friends and his brothers with him or whatever the case may be, family members. After the game, his friends and family members go get into the car, go into the opposing team's bus. On the side of the bus, raises a fucking laser to the car, and they think it's a gun. And they were hysterical.
Do not bring your homies around, is my advice
So
on that
this,
one.
yeah, so this they were like,
Especially your
you're
homies who
not-
don't know that that's a bad idea.
That was the whole thing. So you would have knew about that. You'd have
That's
been like,
crazy.
bro, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
You're stupid as fuck. You don't come from that. You come from a fucking great home, great school. Like, what are you doing? You don't game bang. Don't get into this. Too late for all of that shit. What? Like, they were going crazy. These are some stories you need to know because there's so much drama in sports too. Like, and that you can communicate with, like Andrew Schwartz and then like Charlemagne, and like that's great communication you can have, like great dialogue you have with sports, and you'll kill it.
You do have a pretty interesting point, though, Adam. Like, sports is the only subject that is pretty much like you're speaking Chinese if the audience doesn't listen to or watch sports.
Well, but there's a lot of that in general. If you didn't know anything about rappers and you were to listen to us having a conversation about
That's true.
Youngboy and Dirk and
That's
the
true.
beef and yada, yada, like, it would sound kind of crazy.
Pussy, though. That's a universal language.
Pussy
right
is
there.
universal
Hell
language,
yeah. We'd agree on that, boys.
You don't even have to speak. You can speak body language. I think everybody
Pussy,
got that.
drugs. Well, there's like a few things that like everybody has in common, right?
Yeah.
Pussy
Yeah.
and
I
drugs.
remember a cop telling me at a young age, he goes, if you see a bunch of people of different races hanging out, it's probably because of drugs. Which is like pretty racist, but also like I've kind of noticed that throughout my life is that if you see like a documentary about a crack house, you will see a whole shitload of people who don't look like they would normally be hanging out in there together.
So there are upsides of fentanyl.
Damn, why we just can't be fucking friends?
Like it would just be crack buddies.
And here's a bunch of fucking different races. We all friends. in
Hey,
here.
T Rell, this is our crack. This is what brings us
for
together
real.
right here. These podcast
Potting.
mics.
I'm potting for sure.
This, I mean, it's brought me an accused racist currently leaning on an American flag here with T Rell.
We're
Are you fucking shitting on Martin Luther King?
I did not do
Memorial,
that.
dog.
The
Come
Danny
on.
Mullen.
And I privated that. I took that video down. I deleted that
Wait,
video.
did you really?
I deleted the video, yeah.
That's great.
Wow. No, I thought the fucking offensive part, but also the funniest part by far was when you had that fucking kid lay on the ground. You did like a seance, like of where his homie got killed.
Dude, it was, I think that was fucking hilarious. I stand by the getting smoked candlelight vigil.
The
Martin
kid
Luther
was so
King thing,
fried off Zans that was why it was funny.
Dude, like if I had to do it again, I would absolutely have not allowed the Martin Luther King thing. I feel like being a YouTuber, especially back then in 2020, when you first get a little bit of juice on YouTube, there's so much pressure to keep it going that it almost makes you lose your mind. You're so worried about your audience disappearing and you have to go back to working a regular job that you start to do crazy shit thinking that's the only way to keep your audience around. And 2020 was the worst year for that for me. It's when I was doing stuff that was just sensational and disrespectful and shocking just because I thought it was the only way to stay in favor in the algorithm. And so if I could do that again, I would not have done the Martin Luther King thing. And that's why I deleted that video.
I think being here just showed me the consistency and just, you know, throwing out content as much as you can. I don't, you know, chasing a viral moment really is not you don't have to do that all the time. You know, I was up at like.
Was this before or after you faked that fight with Smack?
Fuck you, man. That was real. I was put Smack to bed.
Smack was the guy I met earlier, right?
Yeah.
Smack was classic, dude.
Hey, you know, I woke up at 4 a.m. like just random, like some shit called SB mowing. And I was just some guy walking around, knocking on random people's door and just cutting their grass because it was just all grew out in the backyards and the front yards. And I just found myself watching that shit for an hour. And I'm like, this guy has 600,000 subscribers, millions of views, and all he doing is cutting grass out here.
Just charity? He would go around doing it without
That's
asking
it, dog.
him?
Just go around and knock on people's door, whoever need it. And they'll just go cut their grass. He'll film it all.
I miss cutting grass.
And I'm like,
I used
bruh,
to cut grass too.
it's
Cut a lot of
consistency is the
grass.
key at this point. Like, do the shit. The people's gonna come. They're gonna watch. You're gonna build a fan base, and you'll be good.
Would you use a bag on the side of the mower to collect the clippings?
This is the shop talk the audience wants to hear.
Or would you just
Fuck the Super
allow
Bowl.
the clippings to be redistributed amongst the yard?
I
Two
would
different
just-
styles.
I would just money shot the rest of the lawn with the clippings, dude. Just let it go free.
My parents forced me to start a fucking lawn mowing business when I was like 12. They made me make flyers and go hang them up at like the local fucking deli and the grocery store and
That's
shit.
great.
Dude, think how good that was for you, though.
Yeah.
How long were you cutting grass?
A couple years there, I was mowing lawns.
You was
know.
mowing lawn.
It
That's
was like
that's
20 bucks a
tight.
lawn.
That's
pretty
dope,
good.
dude.
How many lawns you had?
I mean, it was like a bad pattern where I didn't really want to be doing it, so I would like inevitably like do a bad job and get fired as the groundskeeper. So I feel like that was really what held me back.
You're at least making the 500 a week.
Hell no, I was maybe making like 100 at most a week. I was maybe having like 5 people at
5
a time or
lines?
some shit. So humiliating walking the fucking mower like fucking a mile or two to go mow a lawn.
You had the
because I didn't have a car or anything. I'm young as
I'm
shit.
thinking he got a pickup truck. Fuck, you had so this is only the people in the neighborhood. You had to walk the mower around.
It was
Fuck.
humiliating. But then I remember also I had a summer where I was probably like 10 and I spent the summer, me and my friend, riding our bikes all around town. Every day we just ride our bikes around and pick up the Marlboro miles off the ground. And by the end of that summer, I got a backpack.
So you would pick up the expendable or the thrown away Marlboro
Yes.
cartons, which have prizes on the back. It's like a frequent flyer miles.
Right.
And you were able to redeem a ton of these for only a backpack.
It was maybe like a $40 backpack. And I remember that the first thing I did was I took the Marlboro patch off and sewed like a Nirvana patch over where the patch was.
What a dumb move, dude.
And almost immediately I was like, whoa, that was a terrible idea because the Nirvana patch was like blue and yellow. It was like the Nevermind font or
Yeah.
whatever. And it obviously looked bad on a red and black backpack.
And also, a Marlboro backpack would be considered so chic now. That'd be considered badass to have
I
one
was
of those.
so young that I like lacked the ability to think about how the fact that I was probably making like 50 cents an hour or whatever doing this passion.
At least you were into sewing, it sounds
Did your
like.
parents make you work?
Yeah, to get a paintball gun when I was a kid, my dad made me mow like his lawn 40 times, and I lived on 3 acres. So that was
That's
a
a lot.
mish.
How much is a paintball gun?
A paintball gun was about $800.
Okay, 40 times. So each mow is $20.
If he would have had a professional mowing company come in, it would have been a lot more than fucking $20 because it was 3 acres. It was big. But one of my first
40
jobs,
is like a whole year.
he
Almost.
he fucked me over a little bit, but it taught
How often
me.
do you have to mow the lawn? Once a week?
I would mow it every weekend.
Okay.
But when I was in community college, I had a job. I think I've told you about this, how I blew the money on strippers after I made it. But my buddies, when the market collapsed in 2008 and all these people lost their houses, my buddies had a business where they would send crews around to maintain the lawns of these foreclosed houses. So they would send me into wherever people couldn't afford to pay for their house, which usually those aren't very good areas. That's where they sent my 18-year-old white ass with a push mower. So Oak Park, Sacramento.
Did you have a bag?
Clear Lake. Did I get a bag?
Did you have the bag on the side?
No bag, dude.
You
I
were
told
just
you.
redistributing. Okay.
I didn't give a fuck about this house
Okay.
in Oak Park, dude. Fucking redistribute
Oak
that shit
Park.
everywhere, dude.
Isn't Oak Park where a famous hood from out there?
Super famous hood.
Damn, that's lit.
Dude, there were times where I thought my truck was not going to be there.
You should have vlogged
once I
this.
got done mowing the lawn.
I mowed lawns in the worst hood in Sacramento.
Dude.
That's such an ill title.
There would be times, T Rell, where I would go to a house where it wasn't like the guy who had just bought in the place realized he couldn't afford it and the bank had foreclosed. It was like a hermit moved in there in 1948, had died in the year 2001, and the place had been dormant until I showed up in 2009. So I pull up, and there were places where the grass and the weeds were literally 10 feet tall. And you couldn't tell if is this a playground? Is this a dead animal? Is this a rock? What is underneath here blocking my mower? And there would be times where I'd have to get a running start and launch my mower off a bump in the ground to try to land it on top of these 10-foot weeds and mow them down with my push mower.
If you destroyed the push mower, would that be a bad thing in terms of how much you were getting paid for this? Or would that have just been like, oh, you get to spend some time getting this fixed and not focused on your job?
Well, I wasn't paid hourly. I was paid by the lot.
Oh, wow.
The lawnmower they're very durable. But they're like some of these fucking lots that were super fucked up, it would be like, hey, if you fucking mow this shit, I don't care if it takes you all day, you get $900. Wow. $900 because this thing is so fucked up, and all the other people we've sent there, even the Latinos, are like, no, no can do, sir. I can't mow the lawn.
That shit was crazy down there.
But I was like the white Mexican for a year, and they'd send me in, and I would just charge that shit with my push mower, dude.
You learn a lot mowing some lawns.
You
Gives you a
do.
lot of time to think.
You do.
Except I had a giant like CD player in my pocket, in my cargo shorts.
You had a Walkman.
Yeah, probably a Walkman at some point too. Actually, it might have been early enough that it wasn't a CD player; it was a Walkman.
Do you guys ever regret? I guess for you guys, music has been a bigger part of your lives than for me. But I like look back and regret that. Like, why was I listening to the third Led Zeppelin album on repeat when I was 17 years old instead of listening to a podcast or an audiobook? It just seems like a wasted time when I look back on some of those afternoons listening to
I didn't even have
CDs.
that option. I didn't even know about podcasts until like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 11, 12 years ago.
I thought I wouldn't say podcast, but listening to like radio talk shows. When I did that at a young age, I felt like I was wasting my time listening to that shit. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I remember
I'd rather listen to music.
I would have days growing up where it was like a summer day and you just wake up and I would just put the TV on and I would just watch TV until my fucking parents got home from work. And that was just like my whole day. And I remember just like realizing really early on, like, wow, like that shit really sucks you in. It's so goddamn easy to just get sucked into this fucking vortex of content. And think about how much more addictive it is for kids these days. It's probably so hard to get them to leave the house when they want to just sit on Twitch and watch these fucking creators for 8 hours in a row, right?
What are you guys going to do to make sure your kids don't get sucked into the TikTok and just become the zombies
Not
of the
give them a
Chinese
phone
government?
until they're 16, probably.
Is that what you're going to do?
Well,
what's up with your kids,
oh,
Tiro?
My baby is sucked into TikTok.
already?
Already it's
My
happened?
7-year-old is sucked into TikTok. My 13-year-old surprisingly doesn't give a fuck
Really?
about anything.
What is she into?
She's into art. She loves to draw. But
Wow,
my
that's great.
7-year-old is she's in love with art too. And then my son, he thinks he's Chris Brown. He's dancing all around this bitch. So any
he
dance, he's
beating the
doing
shit out
it.
of chicks?
Yeah. Oh, come on.
I mean, my kid.
It's like all I know about Chris
My
Brown.
kid is
Chris
at the
been a
point
lady to
now
death.
where she could sit in front of the phone and be watching a cartoon and just woof and like swipe through the list of like upcoming videos and just pick another one. And it's fucked up because sometimes I have to do this when I take a shower. I'll set her up with the phone, like, okay, here you go. You watch Hakuna Matata for fucking 5 minutes while I take a shower, and then she's watched 10 videos by the time I get out of the shower because she's watching like 30 seconds of one and then skipping to the next one. So she's basically curating a TikTok style experience, even though it's actually YouTube with longer clips, which is kind of scary to just think about, like how easy it, like how do you get a kid excited about books when they're already like fine tuned to appreciate TikTok? You know,
Audiobooks is going to be #1. Actually reading a book, that's probably some vacation shit. You know, on vacation, I've seen a lot of people poolside reading books. And I was like,
like, are you reading books at home too?
Yeah, but it's like, should I? I have a lot of downtime. Should I try to do this shit? Maybe I should get an interesting book and maybe do that too. But am I wasting my time doing that on vacation poolside? I don't know, but it's just so much shit going on at home and shit. It's like not enough time for me.
I feel like people
actually
go on
read a book.
vacation to read a book by the pool. Like
Yeah.
that is like the whole thing. Is like, I haven't read a book all fucking year, but I'm gonna read this book by the pool right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not sure why they like, even my girl, like when I ask her like, what would you be doing more of if you didn't have a kid? She's like, I would probably like hang out in coffee shops and like read books and like, you know, journal and shit more. You know, like it's just like a thing that once you become a parent,
Yeah.
you really like fetishize the fact that you used to have a bunch of free time to do whatever the fuck you wanted.
So much free time.
And
When I went to
you don't
Mexico,
know that you have that much free time until you have the kid, and all your free time is sapped up by the kid.
Gone.
And you want the kid to take up all your time because you feel like if you're not spending time with the kid, then you're wasting these like crucial developmental years that you know that you're going to be missing them being a cute ass 2-year-old for the rest of their life, of your life. So you want to spend as much time with them as possible while also realizing that, you know, there's not a whole lot to do, like besides to just sort of be in the moment with them and just facilitate them just having fun, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
The thing about reading for me that's nice, I read on the weekends sometimes, is when you're reading a book by a pool in Mexico or on your couch, that's the only way when I'm taking a day off to ensure that I don't get stressed out about shit that I don't need to get stressed out about. It's so easy to wake up on Sunday morning, which Sunday is usually my off day, to open my phone and to accidentally see a group text like, new video just got age restricted. New thumbnail looks like shit. Danny, what do we do? And then you can't help but start to think about work. And then you're like, fuck, this sucks. Let me go check this out real quick. And then you get on YouTube and you go to your analytics like, the new video is bombing. Now that's something else to feel like shit about. Whereas if you just fucking keep the phone off and read a book, it's safe entertainment in that you're not going to get distracted by the things that make you exhausted during the week.
Well,
That's what I like about it.
Think about this choice. On any given night, I have a list. Like at one point, I did a bunch of Googling and I found a bunch of lists of the best documentaries of all time. And I made this big list of like all the ones that stood out to me that I really wanted to watch. So probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours on average that would take me to watch, and would presumably be like a very important experience for me watching that kind of thing, since the descriptions I've read of these make it sound pretty incredible. But far more often, a night for me, if I have 2 hours to just sort of watch shit, is going to be like me watching him talk about somebody that I know. Last night I'm watching academics talk about Ruby Rose unfollowing him. You know, I'm watching a video about some fucking the Ace family are getting sued by somebody else. All this sort of like frivolous information that realistically, like, I guess it's good for me to know about for my career, but then at the same time, it's like what does it say about you if you spend the vast majority of your time consuming information that is so just sort of like wasteful and pointless, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but what is the other information that you?
Well, you could be
reading a
reading the
book?
Bible. You could read Shakespeare.
I mean, but fuck
Only those two, though. That's all you can read.
Those two. They both sound exceedingly boring, but
what are some of the things that stress you out right now? You know, currently.
I would say mostly just like existential shit. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like what am I building? What is this? Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, is this the best use of my time? That's the kind of stuff I stress about. It's not like stress, but it's like that's kind of like what I'm pondering. Is like, okay, you've built this thing. This is cool. Like, should you build this other thing under this brand name? Should you just keep doing what you've been doing? Like, and I don't know. It's just that's kind of what I think about, I guess.
When you say you've had an existential thing going on with what you've built here, because what you've built is clearly very, very successful, is it that you think No Jumper isn't a meaningful operation, and that it's people talking shit about hip hoppers and talking shit about each other and talking about getting pussy?
Sometimes that is a little weird. Like what are we actually talking about here? Or like, are we still going to be talking about what we've been talking about this month? Like 2 years from now, like where does this fucking go? Because like in a lot of ways, like what we're talking about is just completely out of my hands. It's just like whatever fucking is going on. It's not like I'm sending out reports to everybody like, hey, this is what we're going to focus on content wise this week. It just sort of happens, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Because it's like, okay, here's one way to think about it. If you're, to a lot of people who are building a brand, the plan is to sell it at some point. Now, that's not something I've ever really thought about, but it does occur to me that if that was what I cared about, you would care, like, if I was going to sell No Jumper, what would be the things that I was really selling? It's not going to really be like the hosts and stuff so much, because the hosts can really like come and go as they please, you know? Like if I were to sell the company, just for an example, I've thought a lot about starting like a blog, like with website with articles and having like teams of people writing and stuff. And like building up that kind of thing would be the kind of thing that would make the business quite a bit more valuable to somebody who might eventually buy it. Now, that being said, I'm not thinking at all about selling it, but it does just kind of occur to me is like what are you doing in the short term? And is it building long-term value, or is it just sort of like creating shit in the short term that maybe doesn't have long-term value? Because I've done interviews with people that still to this day make me like $1,000+ a month. So sometimes like I think about that kind of shit, like, fuck, maybe I really just want to double down on just doing interviews. When I talk to somebody like Vlad and I see the way he's so focused on doing interviews, like, and not really like, doesn't really give a fuck about expanding into anything else. I don't know. It's just, that's what I think about, is like how I'm choosing to distribute my labor.
Yeah. I can relate to that for sure, dude. I feel like woke up like thought like, oh, I'm gonna go be a dick in the fucking hood again this weekend. Like, let's do this for the 15th time.
Yeah. Or even another way to think of it would be like, do you want to like do a live stream today and get a bunch of clips and like keep your fan base happy, or do you want to do a documentary that might take you, you know, months to work on? But maybe by the end of it, you have something that is so meaningful to you that it almost like, maybe a lot of people love it. Maybe you don't even care that much.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Damn, what if you record a documentary and then you sell that to Hulu or Netflix?
Exactly. But then is that even a good thing? Because then you've created a piece of content that you no longer own. And
then how many people are going to see it on Hulu and Netflix? Probably not very many more than YouTube.
But it's weird, because if you put it on Netflix and they really get behind it, then maybe it is a huge thing for you. But then on the other hand, you know, Andrew Callahan does the HBO documentary. We don't know how many people saw it. You know, maybe him putting that out immediately as soon as he filmed it, because it took so long for them to edit it and everything like that. Maybe, because to me, I'm like, when I put a piece of content out, I'm judging myself way more on how many views it gets than how much money it makes. You know, I'm like way more concerned about the reach than the money, even though maybe that's kind of silly.
I don't think you
should
be concerned about you not owning that piece of content. Like,
if they do something with it that makes it valuable to you,
and if you own royalties and you get a percentage from it, I think that's great too.
But I don't think they do that. Don't they just give you money up front for it most of the time?
I think that's what they do with Netflix now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
that's
just give
the
you
model.
money up. Yeah, I mean, but what if you come back and you got a certain thing in your contract where you have multiple seasons or something like that? You can come back and redo it.
I think you have to look at Netflix as like a growth engine, in the sense that if you were to get a special on or do a show on Netflix, it's like they are all of a sudden invested in making you famous, and they're invested in making you way, way bigger. And I just, you know, that certainly has value. But also I kind of resent the notion that like you've won as a entertainer if you all of a sudden get to the point where you can make stuff, put your heart into it, but then ultimately like basically just sell it off to somebody to do with whatever they please with it, you know? Even though it surely works out for a lot of people.
Why not sell a piece of content rather than selling your whole company? I mean, you kind of got to look at it like that. I can keep making pieces of content, sell it to you guys, but still I own the majority of this brand right here, who, you know what I'm saying, where it actually stems from.
Well, because somebody like Andrew Callahan, he does the documentary on HBO, but they don't own his fucking YouTube channel. He just sells them this one chunk of content. And then as a result, He goes on a crazy ass media tour. He's doing a million fucking interviews. Presumably, it makes it for him. It kind of backfired because he got these allegations, like kind of as a result of all that attention he was getting, which clearly makes the whole thing kind of a more dubious process.
That's always how it works, dude. It pisses me off when that happens. Like Antonio Brown, the accusations came right when he started making noise on the Raiders. Deshaun Watson, I'm not saying these are invalid, these accusations, but it is always suspicious that when Deshaun wipes his Instagram and wants to change teams and he's in headlines, everybody comes out of the woodwork. And the same thing happened to Andrew Callahan.
Yeah, and Bill Cosby.
And Bill, Bill is innocent. He's one of the classic comedians of our age. Adam is looking at me at this point like what Danny's done for today with offensive stuff.
You're a Bill Cosby defender?
No.
There's an old tweet that people try to use against me where I wrote something about like hanging out with Bill Cosby, and it was because I was at this porn star house, and there was a girl who was taking GHB, and she was just passed out on the bed, like face down, passed out. And people try to use it like I was the one administering the GHB.
I seen that, and it looked like a kid. It looked like it looked like a weird
grown ass
moment.
porn star. I forget her name.
I don't know what
big.
the fuck you was doing. I was like, Adam's fucking crazy. But just me knowing you, I'm like, this nigga.
Dude, the period of my life where I was doing GHB in the Valley with these porn star girls was a wild one.
Why didn't you take GHB?
I got to stop using that excuse, me just knowing you, though. Because you're probably fucking psycho.
No, I'm all right. I'm normal.
When you take, I'm not, we'll see. It remains to be seen with me. When you take GHB, like, you just go to sleep?
It's like a slower process because you don't take a lot of it at once. You're kind of like taking these little shots of it or whatever from my experience. And it's sort of like, it makes you feel hot. You like want to take your hoodie off or whatever. And then at some point though, like I would be hanging out with all these chicks and we'd all be fucking doing little shots of it and shit. You're all hanging out, you're all partying, smoking weed, whatever. And then I remember like realizing at a certain point, like, oh, they're all passed out now. And I'm about to pass out because this is like just what it does.
But before you passed out.
But it won't put you out for that long. It'll put you out for like an hour maybe. And then you kind of wake up like, oh, that was fun.
Damn,
like,
so you Bill Cosby.
No. But these bitches gave it to me. I would never even know where to get that shit. But I was just hanging out with these porn star chicks and they got me to try it. And then all of a sudden, dude, you do that shit and Molly at the same time? Woo-hoo. Crazy.
I'm trying to experience that with you guys.
Don't do GHB.
You want to do GHB? That should be one of these episodes.
He will actually date rape you.
Oh, fuck.
T Rell, I want to apologize about that. The comment I made about doing whatever to you. T Rell, you might remember he like Kramered us last episode. He like popped through the door. Was like, you guys are saying some gay shit. And we were. I was saying I was going to be Adam's like fuck cushion basically on his wedding night. But I want to apologize, man. I know how scary gay rape is because I've been in that urinal at the gay bar, and I don't want to repeat that or have anybody else go through it. So
I didn't take nothing from that. I said a lot of people didn't know what I did before. I'm like right before you said that. I was like, I came in the door and said some bullshit. I know what type of person Danny is. He don't mean nothing about it.
He's
even
not
though
a
that's
rapist.
gay as fuck.
He's not gonna rape me.
Yeah, like he's not gonna actually do that.
I like that. That's something we have to clarify.
Yeah.
Or am I just trying to lower T Rell's guard? Or am I
Danny's
just want
not
his
gonna
guard
rape
down?
me, guys. I
But-
kill him.
so
Don't worry about it.
He has homies who train jujitsu and are apparently pretty good.
I heard about this. You sent me a text about it.
So it has been suggested that
wanna
we
set
might
this up?
We might all
They
get.
wanna get you in a match.
dojo.
Let's do it.
I want to get in there too.
A dojo. We're doing no jumper / Sledgelords BMX session, skate session, and then also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Probably not the same day because if I have any like open wounds on my shin, I feel like that would probably be bad for the jujitsu class.
Dude, I'm tired of you and your infections.
Okay, I'm just worried about what's going to happen to me here. Can you promise me that TF and them do not have staph infections?
They don't.
Thank you. Okay. I'll take
They
a word
probably
for it.
wouldn't have told you if they did. I mean, these are things that can come and go. You don't report to all your male friends when you have a staph
actually,
infection.
in the Crips, you have to report all staph infections to all other Crips. There's
I
a
get it.
newsletter.
Any disease.
There's a
Sure.
Discord.
Yeah, any diseases you have to report.
It's like your
it's
like your
a group
monthly
text.
Crip
It's a group
database.
text.
Plus skin infections.
Wow. Wow.
It's a group text, bro.
Well, that's why I always preferred you guys to the Bloods. The Bloods, they're very unhygienic.
No, it's just because there's more Crips, so you're just trying to go with the more popular team, right?
I am a follower, dude. Yeah.
we know.
Whoever's in power.
So what's going on? We out of here?
You out of here? You look like you're ready to go.
I was relaxing, but I can get out of here.
I can get out of here. I can
Yeah.
do whatever.
We
I'm
outta
full of
here.
coffee. I got a nice piss built up in my
I get
stomach.
a big piss. Yeah.
I'm ready for some Cheetos. They calling my name.
I think Flacco's on stream right now. I might pop in there, see what the fuck they're talking about.
Hey, I've got still those fake guns. I haven't returned them yet. Should I just go fucking menace Flacco with a fake gun right now?
Well, he's
Not
on
on
stream.
stream.
I don't know.
Okay, no, that's true. What if I'm off camera and I just go, hey, Flacco?
Pointed at him from a distance.
Yeah.
He might freak out. He's kind of a bitch.
I
Yeah.
don't want him to do that.
Flacco is scared easily. Okay, well, this was good. Are you? Lush was offended when I said that this was going to be our first African American guest on the podcast.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was
I
fucking
like
awesome,
you
man.
guys.
Really,
It was
our
awesome.
first binary guest as well.
Straight guess.
Yeah, what do you mean
No,
by
but we had Yuri.
binary?
Oh, you
we
guys got Yuri on here?
he was our first guest actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had Gracie Jane and Jason Ellis.
Yeah. Oh, we've had.
Now we got T Rell.
This has been good. Yeah, Yuri wasn't doing much for us. He's just like a Russian stoner. But then we had
He got the weed all set up.
important. You know, it's really hard to find weed in Los
We
So
got
I was
age
better.
restricted.
So I was a better guest than Yuri.
I'm not. I'm just saying that we do now have this thread of diversity because we had Gracie Jane, Jason Ellis, T Rell, whereas like Yuri, we just had a stoner fucking white dude. Which like
I
you know
like
the accusations.
lumping gays and blacks together is funny. Like it's like similar in some way to you.
shit.
Oh,
Now you
they're
need
all
a-
minorities.
Now you
I
need
don't-
an Asian guy.
Dude, what's that?
Now you need
Oh,
an
we gotta
Asian
find
person.
one.
We need an Asian guy. Yeah, T Rell, I appreciate you, man. I
Any
hope,
Asian
I hope
guys?
these rumors around No
Stop it.
Jumper that I'm like a racist, controversial guy. I hope you guys realize that that's overblown and it's like a character I'm playing now. And
I don't think these guys take no offense to anything you're doing here.
This is my whole big long-term plan is to rehabilitate Danny's racist image by making him befriend a bunch of black guys in the
You
jumper.
should go get on stream with these guys when they get on stream.
Well, I just suggested I take a Tech 9 into one of their rooms while they're streaming, so that's progress.
With a black fat guy.
Andrew Schultz used to get a lot of like alt-right Andy accusations and shit, and I feel like he beat that at some point.
So I thought Andrew Schultz was black for the longest time because he kind of talks like he's ghetto, and I was like, "Is that okay?"
He talks like he's ghetto.
well, he just
Oh my fucking god!
well, he talks like a black
We can
guy.
go-
Rehabilitation just took a step backwards.
You didn't take a step.
Ghetto
you took
is a
5
slur
steps
these
back,
days,
bro.
my friend.
Like if I started
What the
talking,
fuck?
like if I spoke like Andrew Schultz, you'd
I
be like,
have
"Daddy's
never-
got to cool it."
I don't know
okay?
if I've ever really like tried to picture Andrew Schultz without like already knowing what he looked like, but I feel like he sounds like a white man.
I thought he was like half black.
I don't know. Maybe
'Cause he got a little swag to him.
He's got a lot of swag.
Do you think he code switches a little bit on the Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne or no?
I don't know what a code switch is.
It's like when you like a black like I heard AD pick up the phone and it was the bank one time, and he's just like, "Hello, yeah, I would like to address this issue on my check." And I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, "Holy shit, you don't talk like that around us."
So like when King Croc hung
do that
around
a lot.
AD and House
You
Phone.
have to, yeah. You're on
Like-
the phone with a telephone company or some shit. It makes sense to switch it up, right?
Yeah. No, King Croc did that when he came on the No Jumper show around AD and around House Phone. I never heard King Croc around black guys because around us, he's like, "Yo, Danny, I was playing this new Yu-Gi-Oh card game the other day, but then I had to get online and I had to do some research on this new alt-right group I heard about." But then he's like talking to fucking T Rell and to AD and House Phone. He's like, "Yo, I'm going to keep it a buck, dog. I got this to say." Not to mention there were like 1 billion N-bombs.
So who should be scared, you or AD? Like, because he's around you a little bit more. So do you actually know him?
Dude, I think the code switch is great because now AD can get like a favorable mortgage rate when he walks into the bank, but also he's got that hood cred, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You want to be able to do both, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Wow. I love it. All right. Well, this has been fun. Thank you, T Rell. It's a great time. Everybody
guys.
tap into At the End of the Day as well as Back on Fig, his channel.
Yes, sir.
That's a dope name. I like Back on Fig.
You know what Fig is?
Oh yeah, Figueroa, dude. Fuck yeah.
You ever been down there?
I have been down there with Swolby.
Well, I don't know if I already told you this, but I tried to stop by 7-Eleven to buy some Fig Newtons when I went to his shit, and it turns out that 7-Eleven no longer carries Fig Newtons. They're not that popular.
Fig Newtons are whack, dude. Why would they?
It would have been funny, right?
It's
Back on
funny.
Fig, I'm back
It's
on
funny.
Fig Newtons.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
I'm still thinking about
You
it.
ever bought a prostitute in Fig?
Not on Fig. I have had sex with a prostitute though, a couple.
Oh.
In Vegas. I'm a classy guy.
Okay.
One of them was black. Code switch.
Gave him 5 steps again. You know what I'm saying? He's 5 steps ahead now.
He's proving that he's down with the community by
That's right.
acknowledging that he fucked a black streetwalker.
My guy, he gave her some money.
She was walking the center bar of the New York hotel. That's where I picked her up.
Probably was Smack. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Support
Smack
local
bang.
businesses. Yeah, Smack does some business down there, from what I'm told. He's a client. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Watch this. We out.